Let's go. It doesn't matter who makes it, man. It's good. Because nobody's online, so I'm going to go ahead and end it. Yours is still up, right? So yeah, just send me a knock. Because I just went live. Let's be cordial now. There we go. Cool. What up, RG? Stretch it out. Stretch it out, man. Do it. Just do it. Say man. Don't that suck, man. Don't that suck. Meggo, I'll mute myself for right now so that way I'm just doing my self promo stuff. That way it doesn't mess with your brain. I got you. No problem. all done with promotions. I'm ready. Everybody ready?
Let me see.
Alrighty. Turn you up, buddy. Can everybody just talk so I can see how my levels are?
Hey,
Maybe, possibly. Hello?
Oh my
Hello?
gosh. I guess I'm talking.
Okay.
Hello.
I'm
Guess I'm
talking.
Bye.
Yeah, there we
guess-
go.
Let's
I
turn
guess words
everybody
are coming
back.
out of my mouth.
Guess I just turned
I guess I'm
everybody.
existing.
With these little soft spoken, so I'll turn it back up a little bit more.
Oh, what? That's wild.
It's
Wow,
just a
wait,
treat,
Wait,
bro.
sus.
you,
Not loud enough? What the fuck?
I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. God dang.
listen, I need something to play while I do this. Let me see.
I know I'm gonna leave Pyro the same, so that'll be good. And then I'll just
Wee.
turn the overall mix. Alright, cool. I think the overall mix is good. Alright. So everybody ready, right? Everybody live that needs to be live?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
I'm alive. Does that work?
Hey,
Yes.
anything
well.
counts. Anything counts. But yes,
I'm alive.
welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the 5th episode of the Comatose podcast. I am him, the guy, the realest guy, Mr. Lone Stone Maalik, the realest man breathing, the Lone Stone Playboy, the champion's chariot, and the master of the mind. And I'm here
Ow.
with amazing special guests here, wonderful people, wonderful creatures who do amazing things in their own way. First, I'd like to go ahead and introduce my wonderful co-host, Miss Whitmire, Witty Waifu.
Hello, everybody. We got new setup, new everything. What is up, my guys? It's been so long. I missed the shit out of everybody. But streams are coming back, guys. Streams are coming back full force now. So I'm fucking excited. I'm glad that this is the first kind of stream back. Honestly, it's like everything worked out so perfect with this move. It was like, okay, podcast gonna happen this Saturday, moved in on Friday, beautiful transition back into the new year and everything. I'm fucking excited.
Let's go, man. Ooh, excuse me.
Yes.
Next, we have Mr. Pyro's on Pyro. Pyro Fight Gaming is here in attendance with us, everybody.
Yes, I am. How's everyone doing? I hope you're having a fun, fantastic day. I can't wait to get things going along with everybody.
Yes, sir. Let me turn it up a smidge for as far as the overall volume. Guys in the comment section, let me know if the overall volume, people who are on my stream, let me know if it needs to be louder or softer. Let me know. And next we have Mr. G, the Viking, the best Viking in all of Valhalla, is here blessing the chat with us.
Hell yeah. Hey guys, how's it going? Happy holidays.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
And last but not least, the woman who needs no introduction, the queen of neurodivergence, Z Fighter's other half that makes sure that he stays on top of his IRL stuff. Miss Bad Gal Meggo is in attendance. SpicyMeggo is here blessing the chat.
Hello. That is me. That is I. I make sure that Z Fighter gets his protein.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
damn.
Gotta make sure he doesn't,
We
gotta
do
make sure
love
this man
Meggos.
eats.
Oh man. So almost everybody has been here in this podcast before, or it has experience with being in the podcast. I know Miss Meggo, she has her own podcast as well, so she knows how it goes. So just for this one segment, that's quite an echo for me. I need to turn myself down. Give me a second. I don't know if it's on my end or it's from the Discord. That boy said protein.
Hey, yo.
Yo.
I'll just turn my mic down so that way, hopefully that helps out a lot.
He said say less.
So, it cleared itself. Oh, so it probably was just like, with Discord, it has that backfeed echo on OBS. That's what happens when you're using like a third-party browser and everything happens. So, but go back, turn this back up.
Forgot what my character looked like on web fishing. Oh my god.
But yes. So what we're gonna do is, because Meggo is a guest that we wanted to ask special questions, we're just gonna take Gia Viking and Pyro down and ask Meggo her 2 questions, and then we're gonna bring everybody else back up so that way we can ask the questions for everybody to answer. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take G the Viking and Pyro down. Don't worry, guys. You guys will be back on soon. Don't worry.
Okay,
Ew,
let's see how it is.
He said, okay,
Guys, don't
bye.
leave me. No.
Why?
I'm all alone.
Oh man, they are hilarious, man. So before we get into the questions, Miss SpicyMeggo, please go ahead, introduce yourself, say who you are, what you stand for, where you come from, everything you feel comfortable saying. That is, go ahead.
Oh man. Okay. Well, my name is Megan. I'm SpicyMeggo on Twitch. I am also the second half of the duo called the Spicy Brain podcast with my sister. My goal in life is everything neurodivergent and making space and places for people like me. I'm a total weirdo, and I've always been that way as a kid and never had really a place to be. And so, like, my goal is that, like, whenever you're with me, you're home, you're safe, and like, let's just be our creative weirdo selves. And that's a bit of, oh, I love my animals, my dogs. I have 2 pugs, Harold and Daisy, and I also have a cat named Lane. So like, my animals are my everything. I am a total dog mom. Like, I will buy a stroller for my dog when they get to be too old, they can't walk. Like, I am that
Mm-mm.
person. I am extra. And hi, hello everyone.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We love to hear it, man. We love to hear it. So, Miss Meggo, we have 2 specific questions for you that we would love for you to answer. The first
Mm.
question, I'll let Whitmire ask you the question. But, it's ladies first, and we have a lovely lady here, 2 lovely ladies here. So I want you guys to go ahead and ask each other those questions. Go ahead.
We have the best lady. We have the
So,
best witty.
Mhm.
question, where is Meggo's? I'm looking for it and I cannot find her
So
questions.
go in podcast admin chat, and it should be the pins.
Oh, admin chat. That's where
Mhm.
I'm messing up. I'm in the wrong one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they go in the pins.
Yes. Hell yes. Okay, so Meggo, what got you into being a podcaster? Being an editor, what is it like editing videos? So all that kind of stuff. So what
Mm.
really kind of started that spark of why you wanted to get into this, dive into this realm?
Well, I have my undergrad in sound design for the theater. So I was doing all things like building sound and creating different scapes and stuff for different shows. And I love being able to set a vibe and set a mood. Like, that is like my jam. I've been doing that since I was a kid. Like, I would make playlists before, like, we had Spotify, and I would set the, like, playlist. I would, like, burn a CD and make a playlist for going to, Christmas Day or whatever, like, my family's coming over, and then I would turn on the music, and I would have it, like, set to a specific level so that everyone could, like, hear it, but it wasn't too loud so people couldn't talk. Like, I was constantly adjusting it. So, like, I was always that person who was trying to create a vibe. And then I went to graduate school and I got my acting degree at the Actors Studio Drama School in New York. And I was like going to be a big star. I was going to be so, 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 so brilliant. And then I realized, like, I didn't want to do that because that's like a lot of, it's like a whole other world. Like, I didn't want to be a part of, like, the machine. So when I stupidly met a man in the military. I
Z
fell in love with
Fighter.
him.
Shout out to Z Fighter,
And
man.
that's my man, my Z Fighter man. It's so weird calling him Zenith, but you know what? I'm working on it. And so when I met him, like, I really had to kind of reevaluate and, like, kind of check out all the. I had to process, like, oh shit, I have to be like a homemaker. What the fuck is that? I can cuss on this, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, yes.
Okay. Okay, good. So I had to figure out how to be like a homemaker and like a, like a wife and all this bullshit. And like, I still am not good at it. And I'm not that kind of person, but I had to, like, challenge things that internally that I just couldn't even want to talk about or think about. And as every time we would move, I had to pick up my entire life and change with it. So, like, theater was not going to be the key. Like, I
Yeah.
was not going to be doing theater because, like, literally, you spend a year just getting in the door, then you spend another year waiting for the next season, and then by the third year you're moving to the next place. So I was like, hey, theater's not it. So then my sister and I were trying to figure out, like, how are we going to make a job and a sustainable career for you that also worked with your ADHD brain. Because like I am 100% ADHD. I'm undeniable. I'm so undeniable that I was actually diagnosed in the 90s when girls were not being diagnosed. Like that's how fucking ADHD I am. They're like, oh yeah, it's true. So like we've kind of started thinking about like let's have a podcast, and then like we started kicking around ideas and spent about spent a long time, many hundreds of hours trying to figure out like what we were going to do. And we kind of came to this idea that like we really wanted to talk about all things neurodivergent. We wanted it to be a place where we're talking about curiosity, joy, and radical acceptance. And those are the three main tenets of my life, like trying to figure out how do I bring more joy into my life, how do I bring more curiosity and stop being an asshole, and like how can I radically accept the things I can't change and also become the best version of myself. And it's always a constant struggle and a day by day thing, but that's how I got into podcasting. We were almost at 100 episodes, which is really exciting.
Yes.
Crazy as fuck for a person with ADHD. I don't even know how I got to that. But it all kind of ended up taking everything that I've known in the past. Like I used to be a video editor. I worked at Apple, and I was actually an Apple certified Final Cut Pro certified. And so like I was the person who was teaching people and making all that stuff. So like it all kind of just compiled together to like sound design, video editing, and then podcasting it all. And I'm just a talker, obviously. I can talk a lot. So it all just kind of worked together. And then Zenith was the one who's like, hey, you should try this Twitch thing. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like I'm old. Like, what am I gonna do on Twitch? And you guys have all shown up and come out, and it's been awesome. It's been really cool.
God, yes. I love that. Okay, so my question is what kind of editing, like what do you do, like podcast editing, or what else have you kind of delved into on the editing side of things?
I've done everything from I do podcast editing, I've done sound editing, so I've done music, and I've also done sound like CDs. And I actually ran a recording studio in Arizona for a while.
What?
I've done video editing, so I do everything from shorts to full length feature films to shorts, and everything like that. So I've done a lot of different types of editing.
Damn, that's fucking wild. Okay, so how did you was it just something that you were like, "Hey, I'm just gonna I want to stick with this and not, I don't know, like for doing it, how long have you been doing it, you think, editing?"
I started learning how to edit in undergrad. So like, oh God, this is how old I am. Like 2000, 2001. So
Okay.
I've been doing it for like 25 years now.
Damn, that's fucking
Yeah, guys.
awesome. Well,
Bro, you
Mhm.
okay.
veteran for
No,
real.
that's yeah, the fact that you've stuck with that, like you were saying earlier, like with ADHD, sticking with something, and like the
Yeah.
fact that you've got 100 episodes of podcast going, plus you got 25 years of editing under your belt, that's fucking phenomenal. Hell yes.
Yeah, and especially in a situation where women weren't really the ones in that field. So
Yeah.
I didn't really have a lot of women around me that I could be like, oh yeah, I just got like harassed all the time. So yeah, it's been interesting.
Mm,
God,
for real, for
yes. No,
real.
I love that for you. Jesus.
That's what's up, man. It's cool to know that, man. It's cool to know that you've been doing that. About to be 100 episodes. Congratulations, man. Hopefully we can get to that point. I know we will with our podcast, man. So it's gonna be
Hell
good.
Yeah,
right.
you will.
It's so cool to
It's
have
just
somebody's veteran.
consistency.
Definitely, definitely, man. That's what we focused on. So, what did you have any other questions? Because I was gonna bring G and Pyro back.
Um, I just my main question is how, and it's not even like a you have to really super answer it, but like how are you loving Twitch? Like are you really enjoying, cuz you've been doing fucking phenomenal and I love your streams. Is it something that you, like you said, you didn't know that you would ever be doing something on Twitch? Is it something that you're like, "Hey, I'm glad I found this outlet actually. This is a lot of fun?"
Yeah, it's been a complete and total surprise. But it does meld every single thing I've ever done. Excuse me. And there's two parts to it. Like I'm terrified every time I have to go live. So there's a part of me that like my ADHD is just like, this is really hard. I don't want to do it. But then once I get there, I'm just like the happiest person because I love being able to connect with everybody. I never thought that it would be something where like I'd find other people like myself. and we'd all create this like sort of home together. So I'm really enjoying it, and I'm super excited at the idea of like taking this platform and sort of building on it and kind of thinking about like how do you take like what's been done in the past but bring it forward into the future of Twitch. Because I've everyone in my life like, what is Twitch? And I'm like, well, you're basically like a disc jockey, like a DJ, like you're think of like Howard Stern, but you're just on the internet doing it. And you're like people can call in instead of calling in, they chat. And so all of these people in my life are like, okay, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm like, I know, I don't either, but we're figuring it out. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm intrigued by the idea of like, can you ultimately develop it with like segments and like doing some of the more traditional things, like the traditional media that I know, which is in the world of like it's in the world of television production, which I've done a lot of that television and movie production. Like, can you take those kind of best practices and sort of put it into Twitch? I don't think many people are doing that right now, and so it's kind of an interesting question that I have that I'm thinking through.
Yeah, Twitch it is interesting because of I always just kind of when I thought of Twitch, I thought of just strict gaming. Like I didn't think that there was
Hmm.
any like room for people that like you and I were both yappers. I didn't think that there was a place for people who could just like
Hmm.
talk and just sit and talk. And I'm learning that that's like a fucking huge thing apparently is like people just like to get on there and don't necessarily like play games. Like I always assumed Twitch meant that you had to be good at video games, you had to be,
Hmm.
some high techy high end person and it's like I barely know how to work my fucking PC half the time, but I like talking and I love the connection. Like the connection has been so like amazing to be able to find people like across the country. Like we have
Yeah,
people from Sweden, we have people from Canada, we have people from Germany, we have people all over the place. And it is so cool to kind of find out, okay, we all kind of like this one little thing and we've all melded together even though we have nothing else in common, but we all like to talk and or we like video games and like to hang out. It's
yeah,
so cool.
it's pretty amazing, and it's just like to be able to get to really chat with people and feel like you get to know them because you're not just like talking to them for 15 seconds on a short. You're not just like you're allowing yourself like to see them and they come back on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
so some days you see them on their best day, some days you see them on their worst day. And like I love being able to be like, hey, your worst day is just fine with me. Like come on in, let's sit down and like let's just hold space for each other. I can't fix it for you and I know you can't fix it for me, but like we can hold space and let you be just your authentic self, which is pretty rare.
God, yes. And you just said one of my favorite phrases, holding space. That is one of my most favorite things to tell people is it's like whenever I get in my like slums and stuff, I'm always like, hold space for me. Just hold space.
Hmm.
Leave that chair open for me. That'll be my spot. Just hold that space. God,
Yeah.
yes.
So beautiful right here, man. You guys saying some powerful stuff for real, man. I love to hear it.
Heck yes.
So
Well, and I just like love how supportive all of you guys have been and how supportive the community is and like us just I feel like, I Zenith brought me into this like really cool community of you guys, and like we're just sort of adding on, and like kind of each one of us is finding new people and building that community and like creating that radius, which is really neat. And I feel honored to be able to like connect with you guys and connect with each one of you and really try to get to know you. Like I remember like just getting on first time I ever saw you, Witty, and I saw that Mama Slothman was in your chat chatting with you, and just thinking like, oh, that's so cool. You guys have this whole thing together. And then like I get to talk to Mama Slothman one night and it's just like, oh my gosh, she's amazing, And then like I get
Yes.
to meet all these new people. I get to talk to Trial and all these just crazy people like I get to talk to and say hi. And we get to meet people like Sophie in the UK and like Alex and just all these wonderful humans that one person at a time. Like that's what's kind of neat, like you're creating this community one person at a time and one interaction at a time, and so it feels so much more real and powerful than it does like a parasocial relationship. Like I can actually see these people in my mind now, so I'm having a relationship with them just as much as they're having one with me.
Yes. No, no, no. And it is. It reaches past the point of parasocial at that point. It feels like a genuine connection with people.
Hmm.
Real talk, real
We
talk.
love you, Yensei.
Love you, Yensei. Oh, Yensei, of course, is one of them as well. Yensei's awesome.
Yes,
Like, but
sir.
how cool is it? Like, in my wildest dreams would I ever have thought like, oh, I know someone in the UK, I know someone in Sweden, I know someone in Germany, I know, it's like I know someone in Canada, like I know someone in Louisiana and multiple people in Texas. Well, I always knew I'd know people in Texas from
Yeah.
our living in Texas, but cool people in Texas.
Yes.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go ahead and bring G and Pyro back on so we can go ahead and get back into the questions for everybody.
Heck yes.
Yes, sir.
Let's do
Bring
it.
it back.
The gang's
I'm
all
back from the
here.
depths.
Yes, sir. I told
Hey,
y'all I got y'all,
yo.
man. Told y'all I got y'all. Yes, sir. That was
I
beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
live.
got back in.
Also, I'm gonna go ahead and throw Z Fighter that bone. He said Meggo is a natural on stage, so of course she'd be great at Twitch, which you are. You have a very, very prominent radio
Yes.
announcer voice.
Oh, well, thank you so much. That's all the acting training I've had.
Hell yeah,
Learning how
man.
to become very resonant in my voice.
Yes, sir. He got it too, so he must have rubbed off on him too. Good stuff.
Yeah. No,
Meditate.
he's a natural.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Guys
sir.
are articulating.
As man, what?
Articulating.
So we're gonna go ahead. The rest of these are gonna be questions that anybody can answer, and we have a lot to go through. So we're just gonna go ahead and knock it out. What hobby or interests shaped you the most?
Ooh.
Oof. That's a question.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would have to say, honestly, like, as much as I want to say video games, just because I've been doing this shit since I was like, my dad will always tell me the story that he will never forget the time when he got his Nintendo 64 for Christmas. He set me in his lap and we played video games. And from then on, from like, 2 years old till fucking almost 32 years old, I've been playing video games. And that's just been my entire life. Dance has probably been the one thing that has shaped and helped me. And I know I've talked about it a lot on the podcast about how much dance has actually helped me to be able to do things without putting things into words. So really expressing myself without necessarily having the language to speak it.
Yeah,
Just kind of being able to release the emotions without having to go through my brain and go, okay, this is the exact word that goes with this feeling. And that's really been a huge thing that is, I mean, really kind of helped me stay sane at this point in time. It's like, okay, if I ever feel any sort of emotion where I'm like, okay, this is going to send me in a spiral. This is going to send me in a slump. Let me just get a space cleared out. Let me dance. It can be as simple, just like me turning on some music, doing a little shoulder shrug, all that kind of stuff. Or it can be to the extent of, okay, I actually want to do like some pirouettes, some fouettes, some
Mm.
like kind of legit dance, I guess, some ballet stuff. And it's, I mean, that has honestly been my saving grace, which kind of helped me just survived this long, honestly. Dance has been a huge, great hobby that I'm so blessed to have found.
hell yeah,
It's
man.
been a savior, it sounds like.
Yes. Oh, very much so. Cause it, I mean, it did. It helped me. Um, Whenever I get in my moods, I don't necessarily have the words to explain it. It's like I'm feeling sad. Well, why are you feeling sad? Well, I feel sad. I don't know how else to put it, but it's like, okay, dance really doesn't make me put a term to it. It just allows me to express that emotion without necessarily, crying or anything of that nature. Which, I mean, crying and dancing, if you guys have never cried and danced, holy shit,
You
it
are
can be
doing it right.
happy. Yeah, like it can be happy, it can be sad tears. Like one of my favorite memories of like a concert is going to fucking Dave Matthews Band and hippie
Yes.
dancing in the rain, and I was bawling while I was dancing, just spinning in the lawn. But it was like the happiest, most like exciting release that I've ever had at a concert. And I was like, it's not necessarily that the band was that good, which fucking Dave Matthews is phenomenal. I'll fight anybody who shits on Dave Matthews. But
No,
it
they're
was
fucking amazing.
oh, it was so good. But it was just also like the release, the serotonin, the dopamine, everything that I was feeling was so beautiful to have that just like come out of your fingertips basically.
That's
Well,
beautiful,
I think
man.
too, like when you're talking about this kind of stuff, like most of us here, the majority at least, are neurodivergent in some level. And so communication is really hard for us at times because we don't communicate in the way that most people see or talk. Like, I did a part of my minor in undergrad was about was American Sign Language and communication. And so there's an entire, like, 75% of what we say gets miscommunicated on a regular basis. So to be able to find ways to express yourself, dance is your way. And
Yeah.
that's such a beautiful thing. Like, to be able to speak without having to actually speak.
Exactly. Literally, that's exactly what it is not having to have the exact word, the exact emotion essentially to it. It's just, this is how I feel and this is what is going to be portrayed in my dance.
It's very
Absolutely, man.
cool.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Anyone else?
Well, for me, mine is my hobby was puzzles. And I didn't actually realize this until just kind of recently, but like I've been doing them since I was a kid. And um I just realized recently, like, it's been helping me to understand, like, how do I process things. Like, so I love having stuff like in a box, like in a container that somebody else gives me the parameters. And then when I have those parameters, I can like go to town and I can thrive and I can like be the fastest person on that puzzle if I want to be. But like having to create things outside of the parameter, outside of the box, I go down this like crazy rabbit hole of, it's not crazy actually, I should say. I go down this rabbit hole of like infinite possibilities and I start universe building. And while that's helpful in some things, it's not necessarily helpful in real life.
Right.
That's what
Yeah.
I've learned. But like I could sit for hours just working on a puzzle, and it was like it's the most meditative, like relaxing thing. And it's finally starting to kind of translate, like, how do I make my work life into a puzzle? And how do I start building stuff around that? And so I think it's been really interesting kind of trying to figure out, like, how do I take this hobby that I've loved and sort of like puzzleify my life?
That's real. That's real. I like that. It's a good way to put it, man. That's a good way to put it. And if you guys haven't seen Bad Gal Meggo on stream doing that puzzle, she did that puzzle crazy fast on stream. I got so many good clips of that puzzle. Man, she went crazy, man. It went from the parameters to she had a whole corner to she was done. All in a matter of like
Yeah.
30, 45 minutes. It was awesome.
God, I'm so jealous because I'm so bad at puzzles. Like, my brain does not work to do puzzles. It's going 90 to nothing, and I don't have a rhyme or reason. I just start putting pieces together, and I know that stresses everyone out that I do puzzles with because I'm just like, let me just stick this and this and this. I don't do corners. I don't do borders. I don't do nothing. I just start piecing.
You know what? I'm kind of convinced now that like it really helps to describe your brain and help you understand your brain. Because for you, you're like saying like, okay, I don't need the boundaries, right? I don't need those first. I just want to like try and put and go and just do your own thing. And so I think it's an interesting prospect, instead of like us getting frustrated with each other on how we do puzzles, to like use it as an opportunity for us to learn how the other person works.
Mm-hmm.
And it's data at that point, which I think is really cool. I would probably love to do a puzzle with you now that I know
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
Yo,
dude, it would
Whitmire
be
and
so
Meggo
much
puzzle.
fun. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That'd be a
No,
lit
Just
I
go
would
stream.
for it.
enjoy it.
Like,
I don't
what do you
remember the
want?
last time
You
I did
just tell me
puzzle.
what you want.
Oh my god, yes. That would be, oh, hold up. No, that sounds fun as shit.
That sounds like fun, right? I
Yes.
used to not be able to do a puzzle with my sister before I had like serious therapy. And and just this time, like, I'm at their house right now, and she's got a puzzle up, and I realized, like, oh, my role in the puzzle world is to take the really hard stuff that she doesn't like the black sky. That's my job, and I'm gonna work on that part and leave the rest of it for her. And so like it's just been so interesting to kind of realize, like, how can I be a part of everybody without like overexerting what I think is right? Because, like, I'm always right, right, Witty?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 totally, totally.
Yeah, I'm never wrong, right? Right, Z Fighter? He's in the room.
Blink
I'm
twice,
never
man.
wrong, am I?
Blink
I was gonna
twice.
say that's a question for him. That's a go straight to
He's giving me a side eye over here. He's like,
Blink twice.
nod your
It's no
head,
man. It's
nod your
okay.
head. Say yes and walk away. Go.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful, man. I love to see that. I'll go next. For me, it's been two main hobbies for me. One has obviously been music, and not just like making music, but just singing in general. Because you guys know, I just sing whenever. Like, I literally will. I was It's a funny little side story, man. It was messing with Meggo's head when I was singing and I was humming and she was trying to listen to what he talked. I was like, oh dang, I'm sorry, man. It's naturally me. I'm sorry. So singing music, writing music, recording songs, listening to music, and just being around creative spaces where people are just music has been a way for me to like have an outlet. If I'm having a certain an emotion, I'll listen to a certain song or a certain album. Like for example, today I listened to one of my favorite artists' album, where he was just talking about a lot of toxic stuff. Like I don't do toxic stuff, but I just love the emotion of just like how he was expressing how he feels when he's dealing with relationship problems and everything. And I was like, dang, that feels good to just listen to that and helps you process the feelings and stuff. The second one,
That's so cool.
The second one is journaling. I've always journaled because I was always in a space since I was younger where I never really knew how to express myself, and like my family wasn't helping me out with that, so I will always journal to say how I really felt. I've learned to actually like speak and like find my voice and say what I want to say now, but journaling has always been something like how I talk is basically how I journal too. Like I journal very articulate. I've always been like that. And it's always helped me because I've always loved the English language and I've loved learning new words and I love piecing words together. So I always loved being able to just put certain words together in writing, journaling. I did poetry. So it all transcribed into both music and everything. Those are my two favorite hobbies that shaped me as a person. That's why when you guys see me typing everything, you see it's very organized and you see like I use words that you won't see a normal person really using, because I love challenging my mind that way. I have Merriam-Webster, and I like learning a new word a day just to train my mind.
What's your new word for today?
Let's see. I got it right here. Maybe one second.
He's like, I'm glad you asked.
I know. Hell yes. Give me
on this page 536 of Merriam-Webster.
Yes.
Oh.
Nah, for real though. It's apropos, and it means
apropos.
Yeah, it means is used in the preposition to mean with regard to. It is frequently used in the phrase apropos of. Yeah, new word of today.
I like apropos.
Nice.
Yep.
Apropos.
It's spelled APROPOS, but it's pronounced apropos. Apropos.
Mm-hmm.
Apropos.
That's funny because we actually have that same word in the Danish language and it means the same thing.
Well, I was doing some study on like the English language like back in the 1800s, no 800s and 900s. It was derived from like all different like German and like Slovakian. Like it didn't sound like how English sounds today. It was sounded very like almost mixed with Russian, German, and all these different languages until they came into the English language that is today. So wouldn't be surprised if they derived some of those words from that.
And you gotta remember, we owned from middle down to the south of England back in the Viking ages. So
Yep. So
it wouldn't surprise me if a few words snug in here and there.
Yep. And just like the English language, they take the word and make a whole new meaning for it.
That's right.
Oh man. But yeah, those are my two hobbies, man. I've always loved it. I'm never going to not sing. It's literally ingrained in me. I've been around that my whole life, just music. So I'm going to always be making, I can't not listen or make music or sing. And I'm always going to journal because that's always been my way to express myself.
Nice.
That's so fascinating. I've never like been able to journal. I mean, a little bit I can, but like I get so distracted in my thoughts. So it's just neat to see that like, you can, that's like your way of sustaining your voice, which I think is just such a beautiful thing. It's so cool how different we all are, but like yet we can all kind of come together on certain things.
Absolutely. Pyro's on Pyro, G the Viking. What you guys got?
Yeah. I kind of three, but two of them are like in the same category. But starting with one, definitely music. I've been choir growing up, like back in school. It definitely has changed me a lot because it's like for that I can't really say it takes you a word cannot, but the instrumentals I guess could. Just especially singing songs in different languages. Like I've had to sing in German, Italian.
What?
Are you opera?
No,
Like, do you do operatic? Okay.
no, I can. I just don't. I've been wanting to get into a choir again. I just have to like actually find a group
Yeah.
for it. But I would say honestly, yeah, it's something also like just spiritual about it. Well, I'm not gonna dive deep to it, but like spiritual about singing. It makes you like just feel like a whole nother way, which like you can't explain, but like I feel like everyone has had that sort of feeling.
Yeah, I get you, man.
Yes.
It's basically
No,
like
definitely.
Totally.
when like people have told me essentially like the way I talk isn't how I sing. Like it's like I'm a different person when I sing versus
Yeah.
when you talk or when you're having a conversation. And it's true. Like you get into a whole different type of personality when you're singing. You're a whole different person. There's a girl who she has a very light voice when she speaks, but when she sings, she has the very mature, robust, and lower tone she sings, and she sounds like a whole different person. And I never would have guessed that she talked very lightly and very like not soft spoken, but she just has a very light high voice, but can sing so low. Her range is crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a whole other mechanism that's happening in the body.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I actually took singing for 3 years in grad school, and I didn't go for musical theater, but like they specifically had it to be able to connect with your voice, and they said like singing is actually one of the most pure sounds you can possibly make. And when you sing, you actually connect to your emotions in a way that like just regular speaking can't, because it's vibrating within your entire body.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's so true that spirituality you're talking about is 100% there. It's like it's just literally reverberating every one of your cells.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could sing. Jesus.
I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody can sing, Witty. I can teach you.
That's what I was about to say. When Whitney was singing, when I made her sing that one Michael Jackson song, I was like, she could hold a note. She just need the proper training of how to use a voice, but she could hold a
Yeah.
note. She could hold a note. I would have told you you couldn't
Even the
sing.
girl, even the girl in my class who couldn't sing actually could sing at the end. So unless you have a physical deformity, everyone can learn how to sing.
Exactly.
Damn.
Shout out to
Mhm.
Bad Gal
Hooked
Meggo out
up.
here motivating folks to believe in themselves and stuff. Shout out to Bad Gal
That's
Meggo,
right.
man.
Going back to just do it.
Just
do it, Pyro.
You said, go ahead.
The other two, which I said like on the same sort of category, is just Dungeons and Dragons and like
Yes.
Oh, nice.
anime.
That's
Because
Sir.
and I say those two are in the same category because the community. There's some toxic community. There's always toxic communities in like every community,
Yeah.
or toxic people in every community. That's what I was trying to say. But like I remember when I was at a anime convention this past or back in August, it was so easy talking to people because obviously everyone's there because anime.
Mhm.
So it's definitely interesting seeing when you have people that are interested in the same subject how easy it is versus like out in the real world, I guess you could say. It's
Mhm.
a lot harder for me to talk to people. So Dungeons and Dragons and anime is maybe able to be less socially awkward, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
That's so cool.
Am I so socially awkward? Yes, but I'm less.
Shit, man. Pretty normal to me, man.
So
Finding your tribe
somebody,
is so important.
Yoshi had a question about singing people.
Yeah.
Who
Yes.
hit subharmonics? Is that a training thing or a vocal cord type thing?
So
I think that's vocal cord,
yeah.
Vocal cord.
but you might know better, Maalik.
I was like,
Now, as far as the subharmonics thing, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like the science of music, some of the terminology and everything, I probably do it, but I don't know how to actually explain it. I just know that for me, I have this technique where I can hear basically all of the harmonics and I'm able to sing any of them if I listen to it enough. So it's probably that's what he means. But I've
Yeah.
also been a natural singer, so I can just pick up on things that people who would probably have to be trained wouldn't be able to pick up on.
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to think. I'm like, how do I explain this?
Yeah, it's like
How
So,
does
like,
it go
I
in?
just
Basically,
I-
there's like this element in like your throat called the larynx.
mhm.
And so like you're
Yes.
creating these vibrations in the larynx with your vocal cords. And then you also have these false vocal cords.
Yeah.
So it's like that the Tibetan Buddhists, like their chants, they would do like these kind of throat singing. So like there's just like this very low kind
Mhm.
of growling sound. So you can have that sound while also using your vocal cords. So you have like basically, it sounds like you have two sets of vocal cords, but you actually don't. So that's what's happening mechanically and going on in there.
And
I
that's a
just
beautiful
had to look
thing.
it up because I wasn't unsure on that word. But yeah, it's basically what you're saying, Meggo. It's an octave lower than the note that's been sung, and it's created by the vocal fold vibrations in your throat.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen somebody who actually
But
Yeah.
but but
mastered
it
that.
but it but it's but it's it is kind of like it's kind of like putting two notes in at the same time.
Yeah, 'cause I think it sounds like you have two notes, like a lower one and also the regular sound you have. I
Mhm.
believe
Yeah,
that's what's happening.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
Worst thing
thing.
that's like
I can't do it
happened.
though.
I've seen
Yeah.
a video of a
Worst.
lady who can, like, she can sing like in three different voices at once, and it's crazy how she was just
Oh yeah.
gliding across the harmonic scale with her voice, with the regular tone, the higher tone, and the mid tone. Like, she did her own 3-pitch harmony with her voice. It's beautiful.
So
That's
cool.
crazy.
Hell yes.
Um,
G,
yeah, I was about to
do you
say,
have a?
Yeah. Think for me it's two things. It's gaming has definitely been one of the things that helped me grow in a certain way in terms of hobby. I've done gaming pretty much since I was like 3 years old or something. And I hate to say this, but I owe a lot of it to World of Warcraft, especially in my learnings of being better at speaking English and all that, because I'm obviously not a native speaker, but I owe a lot of that to World of Warcraft, unfortunately. I hate to say it, but I do.
No, that's badass, dude. Hold up. That's freaking
Because
dope.
you gotta remember, right? It came out in like 2005 or something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what was I at that point? I was about 10 years old or something. No, 6 years. No, yeah, 10, 11 years old, something like that. No more. Never mind. Um,
Math.
we get what you're saying, though,
Math.
bro.
I feel that.
yeah,
You were a
math
wee
and
babe.
yeah, math and braining right now. I'm 32 actually, so
About to have a brain
Okay, yeah.
blast.
And English
yeah,
math, so it's even harder.
yeah.
Exactly.
No, but that came out, and I was in the process of learning English, being better and better and better. And I came home every day from school, having had English class and all that, and I sat down from the computer, started playing World of Warcraft. And back then, it had nothing in the game that would tell you exactly where a quest would be, on the map or anything. You had to read the actual quest to figure out where to go and what to do, and then obviously a lot of people in said game speaks English. So whenever I would go into a group and have to talk to people, I had to type in English.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of that. So in a shape or form, that helped me a lot. But I think the hobby that has defined me the most, and this is a bit of a repeat, is music.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
Music is a universal language for real.
Oh, it is. And the funny thing is, like you said before, Malik, is that you sound so different when you start singing. People normally wouldn't necessarily recognize that I have a different accent when I start singing because it comes out in a, I don't know, in a pure way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
So it's
Yeah,
like,
so
okay,
geez, like what's happening is like your vocal cords, like vowel sounds are what makes us all sing. And then it's the
mm,
consonants that make us have an accent.
Mm-hmm.
So, or it's how you use those vowel sounds too sometimes. Like if you go to Australia, it's like a nigh instead of no. So it's just depending on the actual, but for the vowel sounds, like we all sound exactly the same. So that's what you're hearing.
okay,
Damn.
interesting.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, no, I think like I have a lot of pent up energy, and unfortunately, I don't sing at the moment. I used to be in a band, and yes, I am a screamer.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Um, Damaged my vocal cords, unfortunately, to the point where I would start gagging whenever I would do it. So,
Oh.
uh, I'm in an unfortunate space right now where it's like I really want to, but I can't. But there's a remedy for that, and that is singing lessons.
Ooh.
Yes, I was just about to
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
say. I'm like, taught us how to scream in grad school.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Damn. That
So yeah, I've been doing it for holy crap. I've been doing it since I was like 15 years old or something like that, starting practicing. And the last time I was in a band, I unfortunately did it wrong, so I started to hurt my throat instead of doing it the proper way.
Yeah.
Uh, but that was such a huge outlet for me. All the pent up rage, sad emotions, whatever I had, it just came out right there in the microphone, and it was just like there was something magical about it that's just
Yeah.
helped shape me in a certain way with music, where it's like I've always been listening to music and always been singing, and singing came quite naturally to me in some way. I remember I actually had in the that would be your high school or something, not maybe potentially. Um, I had music classes, and we went to the exam that day. My musical theory is shit, but
Yep.
but everything else is pretty much on point, and that was what pulled me up to a winning grade.
hell yes.
Good, man.
God yes. G, wait, you've posted your band before, but you need to post it again up in the Dicky so we can all listen to that shit.
Right in the dicky hole.
Oh yeah, so a little fun thing about that band is that the songs that have been recorded, like five of the songs that is on their recently released, recent this year, it was released this year. Their first album. I wrote five of the songs that is on there. It's unfortunately not my voice, but he does it justice, so I'm happy about that.
Yes.
Um, but if you want to get a bit of an idea of what my creative mind tends to write, that's a way to do it.
Hell yeah.
Fuck
Gee,
yes. Oh, I love
did
it.
you end up hurting your vocal cords at all, or were they just strained? Like, did you have any polyps or nodes or anything?
I, no, it was more to the point that I would start gagging close to
Mm,
throwing up kind of thing. So I don't
yeah.
know what it is if I'm closing them like too hard or whatever it is, like suffocating kind of myself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I can still sing fine. There's no issue on that one. It's more like I think I just strained my voice way too much doing the wrong technique.
Mm. Well,
Well,
if
I
you can
think.
find someone who does opera in
Mm,
your area, that's what I'd recommend because they're going to teach you how to do the most like and I'm happy to like talk you through to kind of get you started, but like or to let you know someone's good or not. But like you have to like you really use your diaphragm and like really use the different types of muscles to be and like loosening your throat.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
but definitely
think
try to find
that's
someone who does
my
opera.
yeah. I think that happened to be my issue at the end. I wasn't using my diaphragm, and I was using my
Hmm.
throat more
Oh
than I
yeah.
should, because there is a bit of throat using, I guess, when you put like on a fry screen, because it's a low hiss kind
Hmm.
of thing that you push out from your diaphragm. So it's like there's a lot of technique in it, but it takes practice.
And what's amazing though is like you were talking about, you were saying like the emotion that you get from screaming. It's just so cool. And like when you actually start tapping into that diaphragm, you get to even more emotion that you don't even realize you have.
Oh
And
yeah,
you
there
use
is.
your diaphragm to do it. You're just gonna like, you're gonna thrive at it. Like I'm super excited for you. Like go do it. Go get it.
And I mean, and it's not to take it out on anybody else who sings like in a more traditional way, but it's like there is a lot of raw emotion hidden in screams and growls for some
Yeah.
reason that it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, especially screams, and if you can get higher and higher and higher, there is like I get goosebumps thinking about it because there is something about it that's just like it's an explosion of emotions
Hmm.
that just happens at once, and it's like, and you can't figure out where's this coming from, what's going on, am I angry, am I happy, am I sad? No, I think it's like it's all at once that's just
Hmm.
out there.
That's
It's
beautiful.
primal.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
I love
Mhm.
it.
Ain't nothing like hitting that primal note, but that primal note be hitting. Oof. It's just
God,
like
yes.
Very primal.
it hurts and it's like the wrong technique, but it just feels so right to do it because that's how you want to say it melodically. It's like melodic shouts essentially.
Oh
You can
yeah,
do it though. With the right training,
and
you can totally do it.
I have a feeling that I know what I would sound like with the proper training because I can do the hiss to the right extent. I just can't put the pressure on it that needs to come out.
Yeah. You need the diaphragm, like you need to like like it's the diaphragm is trying to collapse, and so like it's the force of not collapsing your diaphragm that's what gives you that raw power, and that can give you that hiss. It can give you that high notes. It can like take you to these levels. That's why like, I'm not a singer, but like we learned how to sing in order to tap into those emotions. And so like
Yeah.
if you're talking about emotion, like oh man, you're gonna hit some incredible emotions with that,
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
which we all need to hear. Like we need that in our lives. Like that's what the beauty of art is.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
Hell yeah, man. Some good conversations right here, man. We doing our thing. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next question though. Ooh, this one's gonna be a heavy one. So trauma and how it affects our decisions and connections and self-help books if you've read any that you recommend to people. So anybody can say. Anybody can start.
ooh.
Okay, I guess I will start on that one. So trauma, we all know, comes in many forms. I think my biggest trauma has been the passing of my mom.
Yeah. Rest in peace to her.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude,
yep,
yes.
definitely. And it actually came with a great cost. So a little bit about me. I'm a paranoid schizophrenic. Well medicated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't freak out. But it's like it's essential the the passing of my mom. That's the trigger. My doctor says of
Mm.
my
Hmm.
schizophrenia. So like I don't have any self-help books or anything that I'd recommend, but I will recommend going to therapy.
Yes. God, yes, dude.
Like
100%.
above all, go to therapy, whatever it is. I have this psychiatric hospital in my back. Thank fuck for that, because I had a 3 year run with therapy and all that,
Yeah.
and that helped me a lot. It helped me a lot about understanding my mental illness, what I was going through, and in general, just learning how to be a person again.
Yeah. Dude, gee, thank you for fucking sharing that with us.
Yep.
Damn, dude.
Yep.
No,
You're
that
doing
is
amazing, by the way.
beautiful.
You are doing
No, I
amazing.
was about to say that is beautiful that you were able to um get that help, honestly. Like were willing to do that for yourself, I guess, is more so how I would put it. Willing to deem yourself worthy of getting that help. No,
I
that's
think what I
fucking
learned,
phenomenal.
I think what I learned in the beginning is that, because a little bit of backstory, I went to school. I wanted to be a woodworker
Mm,
because my dad is a woodworker, so that's what I grew up with. I love the smell of fresh cut wood and all that jazz, and it's
there's nothing
phenomenal.
better. Oh,
No,
you're
it's so
so right.
great.
Greatest smell.
Yeah, and I started doing school, and my first turn around, I didn't do as well as I could have, so I dropped out. Came back for one day. Was practically in school for 14 days, and then I went to see my psychiatrist or whatever it is. And she was like, something is definitely wrong, something that I can't help you with. So she wrote to my doctor, and my doctor referred me to the psychiatric hospital, who then gave me an appointment a little bit later. And after
Of
three
course.
months of it actually didn't take long. I came in the same year, like I don't know, a month or two later after the referral.
Mm-hmm.
And after about 3 months of diagnosis talk, they gave me the diagnosis. Actually, a head doctor on the subject gave me the diagnosis, so it's not just something a psychiatrist flew out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and I think for me, one of the first steps is it's acceptance
Mhm.
and willingness to actually seek help.
Yep.
Yes.
It's admitting that you have a problem.
God, yes. And that's the I
How
was
was
about to
that
say
for
that's
you?
yeah.
Like
That was
that yeah, that first time around, like what was did it take you a while to accept and like that you needed to get help?
Yeah.
I think what took the longest was that I had to accept what I have more than it was that I
Mm.
needed help because I knew for several years that something was wrong more than just and I say just quote unquote
Yep.
um a deep depression because deep depressions can be just as bad. It's not that, but it's like because it's funny though because everybody says that every psychiatrist and everything I've met is like, oh, you got the king of diagnosis, and I'm like, okay, thank you.
Like, let me
Like
wear
bow
that
down to me.
crown.
Where's
I
my
know.
crown?
Exactly. Like, give me my crown, I guess.
So fucked up. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, it is.
No, that's
Well, because like there's like this such a stigma with it, right? Like that people say it like, oh, you have that, and it's like, oh, fuck you. Like, yeah, I have issues. Like everyone has issues. Like we all have stuff.
Exactly.
It's funny, like, because I think the one who had the biggest issue with accepting it was my older sister. She's like, "Oh, you definitely have something, but it's not that." And I'm like,
Interesting.
I went to an interview for that was for psychiatrists and nurses and doctors. It was a learning process for them. It took 2 hours, and there was a psychiatrist who's really good at making questions and all that. He was sitting there for 2 hours asking me all these things, and they all agreed afterwards that I am a schizophrenic. So,
no, dude. That is I'm so like I'm glad that you were able to get that diagnosis though. As much as like that might have stung that initial time, but
mhm.
actually knowing and not just having the question of I know something's wrong with me, but I don't know what it is kind of thing. Like actually having a label to the diagnosis had to have at least given some sort of relief to that,
Yep.
if
Oh yeah,
anything.
as much as I hate labels, it's like the
Yeah.
relief that came with it was
Oh, God.
massive.
The
Yes,
understanding
you
of it.
probably
Yep.
breathe. Yes, because
Yeah,
then, yeah, then you can start figuring out, okay, this is how I need to navigate things. Now I know. Now I have the basis.
exactly.
God, yes, dude. Thank you
Beautiful.
for fucking sharing that.
Beautiful. Love to see it. I
Ooh.
guess I'll go next as far as trauma and how it affects everything. So without going into too much details, I came from a very traumatic household. Um, for those who know the whole stigma, and it's very sad to say, but a lot of black kids, especially black men, grow up in single parent households, and it's usually your mother that raises you. And I love my
Yep.
mother to death, but she could not teach me how to be a man. And there was a lot of traumas that she dealt with from her mother that was just generational curses that was passed down that I had to learn myself how to um get through. And like I said, when I didn't know how to express myself, it didn't help being in the household where they were basically telling you like, yo, stay in a child's place, so you can't really even learn how to express yourself because everything you do is deemed as disrespect to them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not because like you're doing anything, but because of their own traumas and issues, and they're just taking it out on kids because, like for a better word, and there's no disrespect towards women, a lot of a lot of parents who beat their kids, they're not gonna fight nobody who's actually a grown adult. They're gonna do it towards people that they feel like can't retaliate, because child
Yeah.
abuse is never anything to play with, especially when it
Hmm.
comes to quote unquote discipline your kids. And all those things lead to trauma that you know children cannot process until they're older. And for me, it was just really learning that it's okay to know that I've been through something and to not try to downplay it, because a lot of the times when, especially as a man, they try to downplay the fact that you have issues and problems and stuff because they just want you to be a man and suck it up. And that's the reason why we have so many
Yeah.
men that are like literally on the edge of like, making a bad decision or like hurting themselves or hurting somebody else. And finding a safe space, because again, men in general don't really have a lot of safe spaces to even express that they even have an issue, let alone talk about the trauma. So that's part of why the journaling helped me process my trauma. Just like I did this thing that I was in a very, very dark place, and one of the OGs that I looked up to, that I was studying from, he said, this is a way to help you if you can't get to any type of therapy or anything. Get you a journal, and without judging yourself, just write down every nasty, ugly, dark thought you have without judging yourself, and write until that book is full. And then after you write in that book, burn it. And so that was a way for me to help process a lot of the trauma, because it's just getting out of my system in a healthy way, and then I'm releasing it back into the world, because it's the world that gives us this pain, so you got to give it back to where it came from. And that's been one of the ways to help me. The second way is, like you said, going to therapy. Therapy is very important, especially for folks who are veterans. Z-Fighter can understand this. As veterans, we go through a lot more trauma than I think people can really understand. And we've also been told the same way, like men have been told to suck it up. The military tells you to do that because the mission comes first. But it's not realizing that these human beings in these uniforms need to be sound in order to complete the mission. So I got therapy done as well. And I also read a book that was really powerful called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, which basically taught me how to use my mind for myself and understand how my mind works. Because again, when you're in a place where nobody knows this stuff, they just know what they know, you have to learn how to find ways to help yourself and heal yourself from the world. Yeah. So yeah, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. I feel like everybody should read that book at least 5 times in a row, so that way you can understand that what you put in your mind is very powerful. Even something as simple as jokingly saying I'm stupid, the mind will take that serious. So you have to understand and really think about the things that you dwell on, the things that you talk about, the things that you allow in your environment, the people that you have around you. All of that affects your mind. And so that's when I realized that when I realized that my mind was the reason I was attracting, bad people, bad thoughts, low self-esteem, I started putting more positive words, positive things, positive everything into my mind, and it started to change everything around me, because everything starts in the mind. And that's how it's helped me process my trauma.
How I got questions on that one actually. With your trauma and everything, like you said in the beginning, did that force you to grow up faster?
Yeah, because you just realized that no one's coming to save you from anything. Even in times where I wanted to cry and do all these things, my family members, they thought that they could help me with certain things, but they thought what they thought was helping me was hurting me a lot more than I realized. And I had to realize that I have to do it myself. And like I said, the OG that I was saying, like he said, no one is coming to save you. You have to put your own Superman cape on and save yourself. Once I realized that, that's when I stopped looking for other people to try to help me with my problems, and realized that it's my responsibility. Going back to what happened with childhood and everything I've been through that was outside, it may not have been my fault that I went through it. It may not have been my fault I was a victim of a circumstance, but it is my responsibility to find ways to choose how I decide to let it affect me. So I just chose to always, and it's hard sometimes. It's really hard. Like one of the things I hate when people say is they tell you to just quote unquote let it go or just get over it, because you never really let go of anything. That's always going to be a part of you, but you learn the emotional tools and the things to wait when someone triggers you, or when somebody says something that brings back those negative thoughts. You have those emotional tools in your back to know that, hey, in this present moment, this person is not the person who did stuff to me. They're just saying something that's making me feel upset, and then you express yourself like, hey, what you said, it rubbed me the wrong way because of XYZ. I know that wasn't your intention, but I'm just letting you know that that's not something I would like you to say to me. And that takes time to get to that point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to congratulate you for going outside of that historical systemic stuff. Like, you broke the cycle,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yes.
And like
Totally.
you're making a different choice, which is amazing. And as hard as it is, right? Like setting boundaries is just fucking worse sometimes. But
Yep.
man, kudos to you. You're a badass and super strong.
Thank you. Don't all speak at once now, class.
I know. I will be honest, I don't know if I necessarily want to touch on mine.
It is okay, Witty.
Just because, yeah, just and not that I don't want to speak on it, I just don't want to trigger, I guess, anyone on anything. Just yeah, so I'll leave it at that.
Okay, that's fine.
I feel you, Witty.
Yeah.
Meggo, Pyro.
Pyro, you got something or what are you
I, don't
doing?
know, I feel like I talk about myself a lot, so I'm like, I'm good. I'm open about like what I've been through, but I'm like, do I feel like trauma dumping that? And I'm like, nah.
No, ja feel.
Yeah. Well, I've got, I mean, listening to all of you guys, like I know we did not go through the same thing, but the process has been similar.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I know that Whitty and I have something in common that we're not going to discuss, but also just like I was diagnosed with PTSD and I had no idea that a civilian could get PTSD. And luckily, like, I mean, had it not been for Zenith being in the military, I wouldn't have known because the military counselor was like, "Hey, have you ever been, has anyone ever looked at this?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, no one's ever looked at this." But I've had everything from suicidal ideations to, just having like, because I had serious trauma from childhood
Yep.
and that shit like sticks with you. And like the best thing, like I for like such a long time, like I was always looking for something to read, something to do. And for me, like reading doesn't comprehend the same way because I'm very kinesthetic and I have to physically do stuff. And so for me, like therapy was the way out. But it wasn't just like talking to a therapist. Like I ended up having to go to a partially hospitalized program. And
Yeah.
because like I was the point like where, Zenith was supposed to be going to the academy for his like, becoming a new like a senior whatever non-commissioned person.
NCO, yeah.
And I just like freaked the fuck out. I was like, he had just come back from 2 deployments and I was back in my hometown and everything. So I just having these like, oh, if I just drove off the road, and I just let it happen, like no one would miss me. And it wasn't that I had an intention, but it was that I had those ideations and they're like, no, that's serious. We have to talk about that. And I'd had things like that before, like where something might pop into my head, but it never was like, yeah, I could just see it, So that was a massive wake up call for me. And I was like, okay, I know I got to get this shit looked at. I got to get my head flossed.
Yeah.
And like spent, multiple rounds in partially hospitalized program, which was great. Like it, forced me to be around people who also were having issues and like me having to kind of look at like how do I kept like, comparing myself saying, oh, like, well, my shit's not that bad. Like, I at least didn't have that version and that didn't happen. But then it was like, well, Megan, every time you're doing that, you're diminishing your own pain. And having to like come to terms with that um was really hard. And that was like the beginning of it. And like that's the shitty part. Like, right, you think like, okay, I've now done this hospitalization program and like I'm moving on. And then you have to go and live in the real world. And you're like, oh fuck, now I gotta live in the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um and I ended up doing this thing called prolonged exposure therapy. Some people will do like EMDR and other people will do like there's like tons of different modalities. So if you're trying to find something that works for you, like and one thing doesn't work, try other things, because like you just never know. My sister loves EMDR. I loved prolonged exposure therapy, like where basically the doc was an ex-vet and he's like, hey, okay, on a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being like the worst thing, you're about to die, like let's like break down all the different traumas you've had and figure out like what are the percentages. And like he just started making me walk through like we're going to start with 10% and like we're going to go to 20%. We're just going to keep working our way up. And I had a service dog at the time and it was like I think like my 45% or whatever it was like not bringing my service dog with me to the session. And he's like, okay, next week you're not going to bring your dog. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm bringing my dog. And he's like, nope, you're not going to bring your dog. I'm like, I'm bringing my dog. So it was just like it like really forced me because I'm physical, right? Like I'm so kinesthetic. I had to like physically go through it.
Yeah.
Um, so I think like everybody's learning style is different, and it's so good that there's different modalities out there. But like therapy and lots of it, and like trying and not being afraid to like say this isn't working for me. Let me try something else. Were probably the biggest things. And like I just commend you, G, like for like what you're doing right now, like by talking about your specific issue, like you're letting other people know that it's okay to talk about it. I think like especially with schizophrenia, like PTSD was already hard enough to talk about. And like I was doing it for like the last decade and helping people in the military talk about it. But like I don't hear a lot of people talking about the schizophrenia part. And I think it's like so important to like understand it better and to like break it down and not be afraid of it.
Yeah.
Cause it's just
Oh yeah.
it's just trauma is all it is. Like it's just how our brains react to trauma. And your brain like reacted that way. And like that's a massive trauma to lose your mom. Such a
I
massive
think
trauma.
I think what has helped me a lot is actually talking about it. You know, like
Mm,
it's you gotta remember somehow therapy never stops,
yeah.
whether you're in it or not, because somehow you gotta self therapute yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes,
You gotta self
exactly.
heal. Yep.
Yeah. So for me, it's actually very therapeutic to talk about, and you know, I might have in the beginning have getting a little misty eyed and all that. You know, close to cry and all that.
It's okay to cry, man.
I know, but like learning how to talk about it in a healthy way where it's not like it's all just bad. And there is I have a very good friend actually, my old guitarist. We used to joke a lot about it in the car because we had like half an hour drive till rehearsal.
Mm,
um, but we used to talk about it and joke about it, and he would say some fucked up shit, and I would say some fucked up shit, and it actually helped me a lot
Yes.
because
you
you
normalize it.
learn, yeah, you normalize and you learn to take it in a lighter way, so to speak,
Mhm.
where it's not as heavy as it actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely. And what you were saying, Mego, it's kind of to piggyback on all that. Just kind of accepting that the trauma happened, accepting that this is now going to change you. It's going to change you. It's not something that you can put away, because that was what happened to me. Is I for so long couldn't accept what had happened to me,
Mm,
and I didn't want to. I kept diminishing it. I was like, you know what, that didn't actually happen, this didn't actually happen, all this kind of stuff. And then actually sitting down with myself as an adult and going, no, this happened to you, this is something traumatic. You pushing it to the side and saying, well, it could have been worse, it could have been worse, only made you seem, for lack of a better term, made me feel crazy. Because it's like,
mm-hmm.
no, actually, I should have felt those emotions. I should have been present in those emotions. I shouldn't have pushed it aside and been like, you know what, we're just not going to talk about it. Nothing happened, da 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 da, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, no, I actually, had to do the inner working, and time doesn't make it disappear.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. What your brain was basically doing, what he was, it's the brain is always going to try to protect you from any sort of danger. So it's saying like, oh, it didn't happen was its way of trying to protect you. And that's what, that's what all our brains do. But you just gotta take time and let your brain know, hey, we have to actually unravel what happened so we can understand what it was and process it in a healthy way. And trauma, violence, anger, bad experiences, disappointments, those things change us. We're not weak for feeling its effects, but we have to accept the fact that it will change us. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's important.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And that was the big thing, is realizing that I was no longer going to be the normal, quote unquote normal, anymore. It was, yes,
Mm,
this is something that's going to be with you for the rest of your life. You can either let it eat you alive, or you can embrace it.
Yep.
And learning to
mm,
embrace it, and just kind of, I don't know, like same with the PTSD diagnosis. Like I got a PTSD diagnosis, and that was something that I didn't realize as well, Meggo, that that's not something that uh people that went to war, like, yes, they get it, but normal people, like people just everyday people can have a PTSD diagnosis, and I never realized that that could be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I received it, I was like, no, that's not. You guys are just making this sound way worse than it actually is. And it's like, no,
Yep.
like I just continued to diminish my trauma. And now being an adult and being able to sit back, take myself out of the situation and go, yeah, what happened is fucked. Like, it is some fucked up shit. And
Yep.
you have, like you guys were saying, you have coped and learned to navigate through life with it. And that's what you have to do, is you have to learn your new normalcy, basically.
Yeah, like your trauma is valid. And
Yes.
like
Exactly.
the way that like our society kind of is structured, I don't know if this is the same way across all countries, but like at least here in the States, it's like if you have a physical issue, then that's okay. Right. Like, so I had all these like spasms and things like where my body would put me into these like awful contortions, like just really painful stuff. And I was like, okay, I must have some sort of a neurological disorder. And then we went through the Mayo Clinic and got like all the diagnoses done. And like they said, there's nothing that's what they wanted to say, but they didn't really say was that like there's not a disease that we currently know of right now that's causing this. So they said it's behavioral, right? Like it's clearly psychiatric. And at the time it was like, oh well fuck, like if it's psychiatric, that means that it's my fault. Like I'm doing this to myself. And the reality was is that I wasn't doing it to myself, right? Like, but that was how it felt. It felt like everyone was saying like, well, you're just causing this for yourself. And if you could just get better and not be so fucked up, Megan, then like you wouldn't have this horrific pain. And like it took almost a decade for me to own that and accept it. And I still sometimes am just like, I don't own it and accept it. Like I'm not, that's why I have to keep talking about it. I have to like just like you said, G, like I have to keep talking about it because it makes it more normal. And it like takes away the sting and the like whatever that negative shit is around it. It just takes it away and like makes it more like I'm taking control of this. But like, yeah, I did not want to, when they told me it was a cognitive behavioral disorder, I was like, fuck that. Nope. There's something wrong. You guys are just a bunch of assholes. I didn't want to believe
Yeah.
it for the longest time.
You said the magic word, and that is taking control. Like, that's one of the things that I learned. I had to take control, otherwise it would have eaten me up.
Yeah.
Like, there are all these people out there who are still, I guess, in a hard way of still accepting, and it's like, but it is me. And it's like, no, it's, if you look at it differently, it's part of you, but it's not you.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and it goes the same way over here. It's like everybody knows what a broken arm is, and everybody can accept that because it's like it's physical. They can see it, they can touch it.
Yep.
Yep.
And everything else up here is just like, is that even real?
Yeah.
It's invisible to them,
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're like, oh, does it really exist? Like, it's clearly something you can take care of. And it's like, well, cancer doesn't really, like, you can't physically see cancer, but we have enough tools now to be able to see it. We just don't understand the brain the
Yeah.
way that, like, we understand other parts of the body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think you're absolutely right. Like, it's just about us taking control. And, the diagnosis can be helpful to get the right treatment.
Yeah.
Like, I'm right now actually going back, and I was diagnosed in 2013 with conversion disorder, which I just found out recently that conversion disorder doesn't actually exist anymore. Like, that's not even a real thing because they've actually found medical reasoning like, hey, that there's actually a neurological function disorder, like where they can see the brain is actually misfiring.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm actually going through the process finally now of like reevaluating only so that I can get the right treatment for it. Cause like part of it is like being able to learn how to rethink and how to move your body. And like I have to basically learn how to walk again. And I need medical support for that. So it's like I'm going back to get the diagnosis just to prove to myself, like, okay, I can get what I need to take care of myself. But ultimately I don't need that in order to like the diagnosis isn't me. I'm not the diagnosis, right? It's like
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
EG, like you're not schizophrenic. Like
Yes.
that's part of what's happening to you.
Yeah. You just experience it. You're not your trauma. You experienced it.
Yeah.
Damn. God,
Yes,
I
sir.
have cold chills right now. I hope you guys know. Like, I legit have goosebumps. That was so fucking great.
It's good, man.
God
These
dang.
conversations are important, man. They are very important for everybody to understand. But it's 5:26. I want to make sure we keep going with these. Great stuff, great stuff. All right, this one was actually recommended by Z Fighter. How to respond to haters. Who wants to go on that?
Ooh.
He's doing this because I have no idea. He's like,
Yeah.
teach Megan, please.
So I'm kind of in the same boat, I guess, as you, Meggo, because I have been, God, knock on fucking wood. I have not experienced, which I thought would be something right out the gate, being a woman on Twitch, that I
Mhm.
would have gotten, you know, the stereotypical, like, because I've fucking worked at GameStop, okay? And the people that would come into GameStop would either be guys that were like, oh, there's a girl in GameStop, or it would be the guys that were like, hey, you don't know anything, you're a woman, women don't play video games,
Oh, God.
what is this, like all this kind of stuff, and would try to school me on games. And
Yes.
it's like, that shit used to drive me wild, but it would be one or
Mhm.
the other. So I thought as soon as I got on Twitch that would be, you know, I would get like a flood of like, hey, fuck you, you don't know how to play this game, you suck, all this kind of stuff. And I have not, like I said, knock on wood, but I have not gotten that experience at all. Like, granted, I'm still super small streamer. Like, I'm not saying that it's like it can still happen to small streamers, but I don't think my audience is vast enough to reach the I don't even know, not necessarily dude bros, but I'm gonna call them dude bros for just the lack of
Yep.
term. But I don't necessarily have that experience with them. So I really don't know how to handle that because I am also very passive aggressive, like, or not passive aggressive, but very much oh, I'm sorry, let me apologize because I'm gonna apologize for everything even though I didn't do anything wrong. So I'm very apologetic, and that I
Mm.
know will literally get me eaten alive on this site.
Don't
So
worry. Don't worry. Try to
yeah,
protect
like
you.
I literally like and that's why I'm so glad that we've gotten this community kind of built up of people that are willing to go to bat for you. I mean, literally, you guys are fucking amazing. That it's like, hey, if anybody comes in here, like, I'm ready to throw hands. I don't care what's happening. These are my people, and that's so rare. I feel to find this broad of a community that are willing
Mhm.
to throw down for you, and you guys don't necessarily know me at all. Like, you know my Twitch, you know me on Twitch, but it's not like we have the we meet up and have coffee every day. Like, it's
Mm.
I mean, cuz I every single one of you in here, if somebody were to come up in here and try to say something, I would feel not inclined, but I would want to. I would want to say something. I would want to let them know that, hey, no, we're not fucking doing this. These are amazing people. Why would you ever think or want to say anything to these great people? Like, that's that's where I'm at. Is I'm just glad that we have such a good community built up, a good base of a community.
Witty, you're speaking something to me right now that I hadn't thought of. Do you find that it's easier to fight for the community more than for yourself?
Oh, fuck yes. I would literally, because my other thing is I also don't have the I really don't have the greatest self-esteem. My self-esteem is super shitty. Like, I don't
Yeah.
necessarily care about myself.
Mm.
It's just that's just the way my brain is. I don't think that I'm anything great. I don't think that
We
I
need to help
deserve
you with
great
that.
things.
Hmm.
Yeah,
We need to
and
help you with that because you are amazing and you deserve all the great things in life.
That's
see,
called
and
You're a
that's
imposter
queen,
syndrome,
Witty.
dog. You have an
yeah,
imposter
And you're not
syndrome
going to
right now.
accept it right now, but that's okay. That's okay. You're not going
uh
to accept it, but you are
yeah.
glorious and praise be to thee.
And that's where I mean, that's kind of what it is it's like, I know all of you guys are great human beings, and I would literally do anything for any of you on here, there. If one of you were to say, hey, I'm in a whole ass other state, country, or anything, and I need help, like, I'm willing, I would love to do anything for you guys. But yeah, it just goes back to the whole, I don't view myself to have the same level of care, is what it is.
Hmm.
So
We're gonna work on that with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna love on you, and we still,
We're gonna fix
know,
that.
That's
Don't worry.
definitely
Fix
no, that's definitely something that going back to, not circling back, but just going back to the whole trauma thing is like
Yeah.
I lost value in myself, and I no longer deemed myself as a valuable person at that point because I was no longer treated as a person. I was treated as an object.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that's what absolutely kind of crushed that side of me. Very much so.
Well, and I get that too, because like when I finally got to therapy, it was like, oh shit, I don't love myself. Like I don't even like
Yeah.
myself.
Oh
Like I
yeah.
am the nastiest person to myself, and it's like it just takes time. And the fact that you're even willing to accept, like to acknowledge it, is fucking huge. So you're a
Yeah,
badass.
yeah, and that's taken a hot minute to figure out, to actually, like, say it out loud, that it's like, no, like, you don't and that sounds ugly to say, but it's like that's what it is I don't genuinely value or deem myself as worthy
Yeah.
of great things. And yeah, that is something that I never really kind of put into words, put into terms until recent, honestly, because I mean it's taken me 15 plus years to even kind of sit with the fact that what happened to me happened, and I need to acknowledge it now.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like
and
you
like we
come.
don't. Sorry, go.
It's like you come to a point where it's like you're alive, but are you truly living?
Yes. I mean Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. Like I'm finally to the point where I no longer feel like I'm living Groundhog Day, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's just like for years I would just wake up, I would go to work, I would go to sleep. I would wake up, I'd go to work, go to sleep, and there was nothing. I wasn't living. I was not living. I was not a person. I was just a shell. Is what I was. I was a shell of a human just kind of existing. And now I'm
Mm.
to the point where I no longer want to exist. I can openly say that I want to live. And I know that I don't watch One Piece, but one of my favorite panels is, and I think it's Robin, um, and she's saying "I want to live" is one of the greatest.
Yeah.
And I
Indies lobby,
like,
baby.
oh my gosh, it makes me want to cry. And I don't even have any context behind that, but that panel, that manga panel, is literally so beautiful, and it is, and she's crying and sobbing and
Hmm.
screaming, "I want to live." And that's kind of how I feel now, is I want to live, I want to exist, and I want to be alive.
This is why you need to
God,
watch
yes.
One Piece, because if you did, you
I
would know that we're
exactly.
all the Straw Hats going to save you from the world government, man. And I'm
I love it.
Zoro. Z Fighter is probably Luffy. I really don't know. But Z Fighter's Luffy. Trial is
Yes.
Usopp.
It's true.
Or freaking. No,
Oh
He's
my
Sanji. There we go. He's Sanji.
Trial is
Oh,
Sanji. No, he's
Yeah.
not.
that's the guy with the curly eyebrows, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, yes.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Best. You need to watch One Piece, man. If you like that, you're gonna love that whole
yes.
saga of Water 7. Don't worry, don't worry,
Oh
Zanef. I'm getting
man.
there. Oh, y'all didn't know, but just like how Z Fighter edited One Piece, Meggo was the editor for One Piece too at one point.
God, yes,
It's
dude.
true. I taught Z Fighter everything he knows.
Ooh, yeah.
That's right. Because I'm older too, so I'm the cougar.
Yes, sir. We
Ooh.
love our older women
Hey,
here. We
yo.
love our older
There
women
you
here.
go. That's right.
But yes, I love it. I'll go ahead and go next as far as how to respond to haters. So the one thing that we have to always realize, man, it's beautiful that we found everybody here. I'm never gonna take away anything from what we've gone through or what we've experienced and what we've acquired here as people, but we got to realize the reality of the internet. The internet is a sick place, man. This is a place where people do not give a fuck about you, where they will ridicule you, they will make fun of you, they'll try to take little things that you said and try to post it out of context to try to quote unquote expose you or make you look bad, say misleading things, spin narratives, man, and they'll look at you and be like, hey, you, let's laugh at your pain, ha 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 ha, off of a small little clip, and it could have been something very serious that you went through. So when it comes to the people who are part of that sick place in the internet, for me, I just realized that a lot of these folks who talk shit on the internet, they would never say that shit to anybody's face at all because they're freaking cowards, man. A lot of them, this is their only chance. They would probably got bullied at one point in school, and this is their only chance to actually say something to folks that they wish they could have said to the person that did them wrong. Not trying to demean anybody who's been bullied or anything like that, but to say that's the bad downside to haters, that they'll just project their insecurities onto you and try to make you feel bad when really that's how they feel about themselves. So it's like, well, I'm not going to feel bad because of something how you're trying to make me feel. It means that you probably feel this way about yourself. That doesn't mean I haven't felt that way about myself. Just because you think my stuff is bad or you think I can't sing or you think that my gameplay sucks doesn't mean that I need to think that way because it's my creativity. If you don't like it, you can find some other place to be at. And if it gets to the point where it's getting too ridiculous, it's like there's also the block button, the ban button,
100%.
Yeah.
the time button.
Exactly.
Like it's not that serious for me to be sitting here going back and forth with you in my corner of the internet when I could just get rid of you. Like I'm not doing that with you. And Tyler the Creator
If that
said
was
this.
the reality of the world, right? If you actually had a ban button in real life,
Yeah.
Oh my
Man,
God.
that'd be great, man.
How
Just
many
imagine a
people would
mute
be gone?
a mute button in real life. People trying to argue with you, just mute.
Exactly.
But
Reminds me of
Tyler,
the remote movie with Adam Sandler.
man, the
Oh,
click.
Click.
Oh my God, yes,
Yes.
that is so epic. I missed that movie, man. He made some fire movies. But Tyler the Creator said this one thing, and I really think it's very powerful that people realize, even though it's an internet age. He said, "How is cyberbullying real? You literally can just turn the computer screen off. You can turn the phone off. Live in real life. Like, how you getting bullied on the internet?" And I really think that's powerful that people realize that you have a lot more power than you realize than to just let somebody and allow somebody to make you feel a certain type of way because you choose to get offended. So it's like, why are you gonna let somebody who's on the internet saying whatever they want to say make you feel some type of way? Just turn it off. Go play your favorite game. Go do your favorite thing. Go for a walk. You'll be fine, bro. I'll
I
say
think
this.
it's the fact that it's actually getting to you. Because
Yeah.
yes, you can turn it off, but when you turn it back on again, it's gonna be there still. So it's like and like they say, everything that's on the internet never leaves, right? It's
Yeah.
forever there. So I think it's more of a what's it called? Not a trick of the mind, but a mind-boggling puzzle that you need to learn to not let it get to you.
Yeah. And it could be a delicate balance if you're like if one of your ways of getting money or one of your ways of connecting with the world is through the internet. It can be hard because it's just people having instant access to you 24/7. So
Yeah.
it's a balance. It's a delicate balance of just realizing that, hey, this doesn't affect me. But if you keep beating at something over the wall, eventually it's going to break down. That's why it's important to have good boundaries. And I feel like another good way is knowing and having a good circle of people that love and appreciate you. So that way the negativity doesn't get to you because there's so much love over here. Like earlier we was talking about how Woody shows so much love to everybody here and we all show so much love to each other in this group that it doesn't even affect me whenever I see any type of negative comments or anything because I know I have so much love and a great community that me and Woody and everybody here has built just from us being ourselves and just doing what we love to do via the internet. So it's
Exactly.
I
focusing
do
on the
think though
love. Go ahead.
that does take time and maturity. And my only like worry is for especially the younger people online.
Mhm.
And when you're young, like especially I think up until really 25 and then even beyond a little bit after 25, but like when your brain is still not fully formed and it's not fully present, like to say to somebody like, well, just turn it off. If that's like your social
Mhm.
friend group, right? Like, and you're being bullied by people in your peer group, or if you go home and your home life is just as bad as it is online, like
Mhm.
sometimes like you don't even like you get groomed. There's a lot of different ways that can like really lead to messed up situations. And um, like I know for me, when it comes to flight, fight, and freeze, I'm a freeze.
Mhm.
I'm a person who
Yes.
doesn't fly and doesn't fight. I freeze.
Yes.
And so like I'm gonna stay there and be stuck because that's my natural instinct.
Yeah.
And I wonder what would have happened to me like if I had been young when the internet first came out, because I don't think I would have done well on it.
Yeah.
And it's taken a lot of time. And what I was thinking about was like you were saying that a lot of it is about finding people and finding people close to you. Um, but it's also, I think, just about finding like whatever that's, yeah, that safe space is for you. And it might, I don't know, like it's so hard when you like to talk to people and they're mean to you. Like, what do you do? Like, I was thinking about that. Like when I'm on stream, if somebody comes up and says something I don't really like, it's not in my nature to be like, dude, fucking shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
know,
really
it's
natural
like,
like that either. Yeah. I don't
but
like being mean because I know how it feels when people mean to me. So like being mean to other folks, like I don't naturally like doing that.
yeah.
Go ahead, you continue.
It's no, I just think it's just definitely challenging. I mean, I'm genuinely I think there's there's something to be said for like somebody's being needing to be banned, right? Like, and that is a thing. But like, how do we start having more discourse around this?
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to like, okay, well, we're just gonna ban, because I think sometimes a lot of times people don't know that like, hey, what you're doing right now is not socially acceptable in this situation. Because like I am not socially acceptable in most situations. Like people have to tell me, like, Megan, you can't just, cry out loud in the middle of a seventh grade theater performance and boo a kid because like it's a melodrama. Like you can't actually do that. And I'm just like, oh, but we're in a melodrama and we were told to cheer and to boo. So I booed the kid. And like, no, he's seventh grade. Like you're not supposed to boo them. So like there's things that happen where like you don't know how to act. And so my question is always like, okay, I don't like that first time is fine. Like, right, we can have a conversation and like, but the second time is really when you're the one who's responsible for your second action.
Right.
So like the first time you hurt me, okay, we have to have a conversation. We need to talk about it. But then the second time, like, no, I've already told you what I wanted and what I needed and what I set my boundary. And then then it's on you.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm interested in is like, where does it stem from? Like, I was never told to be or how to be on the internet because my
Mm,
parents obviously only discovered the internet the same time as I did. Um,
right.
and it's like, but I guess my parents just taught me to be a human.
Yeah. Just common decency.
Yeah,
Like that's
exactly.
that's
Kindness.
just
Common
Yeah.
decency, exactly.
yeah.
Kindness
Like
goes
that,
very
that's
far.
literally.
But
Yeah,
you were raised by parents, right? Like I think there's a lot of kids out there who are being raised by their iPads and by their phones.
Yes.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's
And it doesn't help like when we're in such a massive socioeconomic situation where people are having to work multiple jobs, 2 3 4 jobs, just to barely make enough food, where like make enough meal, money for food and whatnot.
Yep.
And even then they're trying to decide what they can cut back on.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
that
just a Debbie Downer over here, I'm so sorry.
no,
No,
you're
no,
speaking.
no.
You're speaking very real. Oh yeah, it's important, and it's an important topic, so that way we're just not getting overwhelmed by the internet and the haters and the things that people could say. And Zanef said something in here in the chat that actually really made sense. I want to go back up to that. It takes resilience, love, and understanding to really deal with the haters, and that comes with time. Like
Mm,
a child isn't going to understand that, and going on the internet doing that. It's important that again it goes back to the community of teaching them like, hey, just because they're saying that about you doesn't mean that it's true, and instilling like good high self-esteem and high confidence in the child, so that way when they're around people who are berating them, they're not internalizing it to the point where they really feel that's them. And if you are in a situation where you are being raised by the internet or raised by that, hopefully, and it takes a while because not that I was raised by the internet or by the iPad, but I was searching a lot of stuff of like how to self-help on the internet. You come across that one person who actually has good intentions and good wills in their videos and in their content, so that way it can lead you down a path of like understanding what's actually healthy and good for yourself. And that takes a lot of time to find that, because there's so much mess and so much negativity on the internet.
yeah, I'm like something I was going to piggyback on for like our young listeners. for anyone who's a young creator, like I can't imagine having been on the internet when I was younger, when I didn't love myself, like when Whitty and I were talking about, because like I had the opportunity being an actor, I could have been on YouTube, you know, a long ass time ago and probably made money at it. But like I wasn't in an emotional place like where I could take hate.
Yeah.
And I knew that there was that double-edged sword of fame. Like, right, you can get the love and the praise, but you can also get the extreme hate. And it's only now that I'm old enough and I actually love myself, that I can say I love myself, that like I know now if somebody does try to bring hate on me, I'm not going to take it in because I know who I am. That being said, I couldn't have done that 20 years ago.
Yeah.
God,
So
no.
like I wonder, like, you know, if you're a young creator and like you're just getting started and this is hard for you, like it's okay to take time away. It's okay to like, you know, it's not like I'm looking at myself, like I'm in my 40s and I'm like now becoming a Twitch streamer, which is ridiculous to everybody who knows me. But like I could have done it a lot earlier, but I know that if I'd done it a lot earlier, I would be so much more fucked up because getting money is not the answer. Getting money and fame is not the answer to loving yourself. That's not going to help you.
Yep.
No.
And that's inherently what I didn't know I knew that, but like that's what I instinctually knew, but I couldn't have told you that that was what the answer was. And I just think it's like so important for us to just listen to ourselves. And, you know, if people are hating and like that's hard, like you have to just walk away from it and unless you can figure out a way to work through it.
And that's beautiful.
I'm so sorry. I have to pee so bad, guys. I gotta
Go
go
ahead.
piss
Go
girl.
piss, girl.
I'll be like 2 seconds.
How dare you?
I know.
No.
I'm
You
sorry.
got bodily fluids you got to get rid of? No, banned.
I'm sorry.
You can pee in a bottle.
I know that's what I'm about to get like a little
Actually,
bitty
we
diaper.
physically can't. It's too hard for us. There's no funnel for us. Sorry.
Go get a cup right now.
We're gonna have to get the Shimmy or something, man. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness, man. Oh man.
Yeah, Maalik, I've also got a hard out in 10 minutes, so that's where I'm at.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, yeah, we're getting close to our 2-hour mark, so and we got basically a lot done. So Meggo, if you want to do some closing statements, and then I'll see what he wants to do when she gets back, so that way, you know, you can close out in the time you need to close out.
Well, I just want to say thank you guys for having me here, and it's been a pleasure to chat with you. And like, it's just really cool to hear the similarities between all of us, and we're in such different places. Like, gee, I'm just really like hearing your story has really touched me, and I think about like what you were talking with, like the idea of like when you first start talking about stuff, you start crying out of like trauma. And then I've learned like over time, like I just can't, I cry now because of like just sheer joy. And like that kind of thing, like just being able to connect with you guys really does make me tear up. And like, if you ever go on my stream, you'll see me like, they send pictures of their dogs and it makes me tear up because it's just like so exciting to see the love in everybody and get to like experience each other. So I really appreciate the time that we've had together, and getting to know you guys on a little bit more less than just not a superficial level. Like it's been really nice.
Hell yeah, man. And I want to thank you, Meggo, for taking time out of your busy schedule of being Bad Gal Meggo to come spend time with us and be on stream. Because I did listen to a couple of your one video of your podcast. It was super dope to see the type of things that you talk about, and I'm glad that you're actually making a space for people to feel safe and feel heard, and people who are neurodivergent to understand how their mind and how their divergences work. I love what you do, man. Keep it up.
Oh, thank you, Lone Star. And for those of you who don't know Lone Star, I call him that because I saw his name of Lone Stone and I just immediately thought of Lone Star from Spaceballs.
Frick yes.
And so that's now his name to me. He will always be Lone Star.
I'm gonna have to do a Spaceballs movie night.
There's another
Please.
one coming out, right? We need to do
Dude,
it. So
I'm
we have to get everyone caught
so
up.
excited.
Hell yeah.
All these youngins who don't know what Spaceballs is, we gotta teach them.
Yes, sir.
What are they teaching you in school these days?
I think I finally would be fulfilled in life if I could die happy if I was in the movie, even as a background character.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm
man.
just like,
You never know what could happen, man.
We'll just green screen you in it.
yeah, right.
The power. Hey, listen, Zenef is a powerful editor, man. So is Meggo, man. So they can teach you some skills so that way you can edit yourself in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but
That's right. We got it.
Yes, but Meggo, you can go ahead if you have to go ahead and go. No hard feelings, none of that. We're gonna go ahead and do our own little closeout or see what's gonna happen after once Woody comes back. But if you need to go, you can go ahead.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
No problem. You have a good rest of your day,
Nice
all
meeting
right?
you.
Yes.
Nice to meet you
Nice
guys.
chatting with
Bye,
you.
Meggo.
Nice chatting with you. I'm excited to see you guys on stream. So get to put a face to the beautiful voices.
Yes, sir.
You guys have a wonderful night. Okay.
Same.
You
You
too.
as well.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
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 Boom. So Meggo went did her thing. So we are almost to our 2 hour mark. How are we feeling? Do we want to just stop hard 2 hours, or do we want to go for an extra 30 minutes? How are we feeling?
How
I
many
am-
I'm good
questions
for
are
whatever.
left?
How many questions are left? We got a shit ton.
I was about to say we
million.
ain't doing that many. We just gonna say, like as I said, extra 30 minutes to get at least one question in, and then we can head out.
Yeah, I was about to say
342.
at least take another question, something like that, and let that be the
Yeah.
closure.
Cool.
Heck
So
yes.
all right,
Make it a
let's
good
go.
one.
Let's go into it. All right. So it's gonna be interesting. How do you deal with AI and using it? Do you deem it as a useful tool, or do you think it is a crutch?
I
I don't see it as a crutch, but as an artist and a musician, I gotta say I don't like the use that certain people has of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I had a conversation with somebody yesterday actually, where they were talking about a lot of AI music has been circling around Spotify recently.
Yeah.
I think some of it might have been taken down. I'm not really sure. There was something about it, but it's like for someone who actually put blood, sweat, and tears into his creation, I feel like making something out of AI and calling yourself an artist and trying to make money off of it is wrong.
Yes.
I
Absolutely.
can agree with that.
For personal use, however, not to publish it, but for personal use and maybe sharing in close circles for something like inspiration like that, fine.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree with it not being a crutch. I think it's a nice tool to have access to. I just feel as though we kind of, as a society, went balls to the wall with it and just were like, hey, we're going all in with this shit. And it's gotten a little out of hand. And I don't think there's a whole lot of regulations behind it at this point.
Yeah.
Because AI has been a thing for a while, but now it's gained popularity. And it's kind of like, okay, now that it's being used on the daily frequently by everyday people and not just people in like certain industries and stuff, how do we handle this? How do we navigate what is okay, what is not okay, where is it okay to use it, and what is okay to use, kind of thing? Because I mean, there's even like AI's gotten to the point where there's like, I mean, we can go on the drastic side of things and talk about like deep fakes of people. Like
Man.
we've now gotten to the point where AI can make I mean, can literally make deep fake videos of certain movie stars, actors, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, everyday people at this point. So it's like, okay, where is the line? And when did we cross it? And how do we uncross that line, essentially?
Man, going even
That's
further.
also how the
Go ahead.
and that's also how the internet has become a bad, terrible thing, right? Because, like we talked about before, you are having access to everybody all the time,
Yes.
right? So you can literally go on Instagram, whatever, take a screenshot, post a photo of whoever's face, and they make a deep fake video of you, and it's
Yes. And that's crazy that I mean, and it's happening to everyday people. Like it's not just
Yeah.
this is a movie star-esque thing. No, it's like, hey, we want to make this video to tarnish your reputation or tarnish your name.
Mm-hmm.
Let me, like you said, take a screenshot because we also as a society, uh, and guilty of it as well. I'm not saying this as a negative, but we feel the need to share everything in our lives with everybody. We feel the need to post things constantly of, hey, look what I'm doing. Hey, look at this. Hey, look at that. Whether it's for instant gratification on your end or for you to have keep up with family members, like that kind of stuff. Like there's all different uses of that, but it's still, we have all sorts of media out there where it's easy to gain access to said person.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think yes, there needs to be restrictions on AI, but some of it, some of the blame is also on us because we tend to throw, like you said, with everything out there without thinking of the consequences.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And with the internet becoming so prevalent now, and it's just, I mean, everybody's on the internet. Like it used to just kind of be like I remember back when I was younger, we had a computer room, and you didn't really, like, growing up, we didn't have access to the computer room all the time, and now it's like, okay, you have a cell phone that has a computer, literally software built into it that you can do and post and find out everything about it. You don't have to go to a specific room at a specific time
Yep.
at a specific day to do anything. You can just have access to it 24/7.
Exactly, man. And going even further into that whole thing with AI and the deepfakes and all that stuff, literally, you can literally frame somebody cheating on someone. I saw a video of this girl, she made a whole fake video of her husband cheating on her with a white girl that he didn't even know, and he literally thought that was like an actual thing that really happened because he was didn't know. And it's like, it's actually scary. She made a fake thing of him being on the news. Like, people could really get in trouble with the law just playing around with AI like that, and people don't even think about that because they're just thinking that it's a fun game and everything to use. But yeah, it's even, that's why for me, when it comes to AI, I was using it for my own personal use. But when it came to the AI art, I realized that a lot of artists, it felt very insulting to them because, like G the Viking said, and being the musician myself, a lot of artists put a lot of time and effort, years into their craft, and to have a computer just generate some BS that's probably based on an artist who's been working their whole life to create it, it's crazy for to insult them like that. So that's why I made sure to take off all the AI art that I use and everything. We had an AI generated picture for the Comatose podcast that I had put, but for the sake of just integrity, I wanted to make my own art, and we've done that. And yeah, I forgot what I was about to say, but yeah, it's crazy to see people, even companies have been framed and caught using AI to do the work that they don't want to pay writers and illustrators and people who do things like code to do. They'd rather just get AI to do it and just teach it the program, so the way they don't have to worry about paying someone. And it's very sad and insulting that they're trying to take jobs away from people using AI. Like, that's very insulting and very scary to think about. The basic, like, even the basic, like, grocery store worker, like, AI is going to take away their jobs. The cashier is going to take away their jobs because AI can do all of that. And
It's funny you say that because, like, obviously you heard about Expedition 33, right?
yeah,
Yes, they got the title removed.
man.
Yeah, they won a lot of awards. Got some of it taken away off from them because they actually went in and used AI in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's and that is such and learning that music is now AI because I've heard like AI generated music, and it was, when I heard it, it was like super shitty. That's the last time I heard it. And then I've recently heard AI generated music, and it's scary how real it feels.
Mm-hmm.
It is scary how much it has learned in such a short period of time on how to make this sound exactly like a song would go. Because, like, I remember when I first started playing around with it, and you would do AI, and you'd get a picture of somebody, and they'd have like 7 fingers and 15 toes.
Yeah.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, you can tell the difference in this. And now it's gotten to the point where it's learned so fast that it's like, there's some pictures you can look at, and it's almost like what's wrong with this image? Like find the 5 things that are missing, and it's almost impossible at this point. And it's the same with music as well. It's like music has gotten to the point, AI generated music has gotten, I don't want to say the word good as in like, oh, it's great, I love listening to it, but it's gotten good, I guess.
Yeah, it's got they've
Oh yeah.
studied enough and studied enough sound frequencies and songs so that way AI could actually learn to make a song that's as good as an actual artist would sing or write a song. And it's crazy, man. I've seen a person make an AI album and the singer sounds like a singer that I would have heard from like the early 2000s. Like that's how good he was singing, but I knew it was a fake singer. And I was like, bro, they're just insulting. Like how I remember people was talking about T-Pain was insulting singers. Usher said T-Pain was insulting singers using auto-tune.
Yeah.
AI is insulting anybody who just trained to 10, 20, 30 years of how to sing, rap, and songwrite. It's insane the levels that they're going to with making fake AI artists and trying to make money off of the fact that they're using the robot to create music. And
There
also,
is, and this is kind of scary in a sense, because like there's a website called Suno
yeah,
who makes
Ooh.
AI music. It's free of use. You get like I've done it a few times just to make something for myself.
Yeah.
Um, you get like in total 8 songs. You create a song and it spits out 2 different versions of it. And you can definitely hear on the free version of it. I need to steadfast that on the free version. You can definitely hear it's AI generated because there's some static noise of some weird kind on either drums, guitar, or singing
mm-hmm.
that you can definitely hear that this is not human created. But if you pay for it, I think it's $8 or something. You get like the premium quality version where you can't really hear the effects of the AI.
Mm. And that's crazy how they can just take out the frequencies and everything like that. It's insane. The Razmin said something in the comment section that I need to speak on, which is AI content is such an effective tool to scam lonely and desperate people. There are so many
Yep.
people, just in general, the whole thing where people using fake identities or fake pictures of like women to get men or just people in general to send them money in order to get their quote unquote affection, bro. Just imagine a
Yeah.
whole AI girl is being created and these horny, lonely, desperate men are being manipulated into sending this person money or sending like a random, it's probably some dude that's in a whole different country, some money because they think that this is a real girl. It's very scary
Exactly.
to think how they're just and nasty too for them to even just sexualize a woman like that with using AI.
No, definitely. And it's sad because you used to think that that happened to like, oh, it's the old people that's happening to. Like, oh, old people don't know. No, it's like legit people. Like it's people our age
Mm-hmm.
getting got with this kind of
It's
stuff.
happening to everybody.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
This
yeah.
point, like
people are lonely, and a lot of people. This is probably it's probably more single people now than ever with how everything has happened with the internet and how isolated we were back from 2020 and everything. A lot of people are not really connecting with each other as much as we used to. So the loneliness epidemic is very large, and the internet and AI is only making it even larger with the fact that people can just instantly have access through like pleasurable access to adult videos and like chatting with people and all kinds of crazy stuff like that that they don't even want to go outside and have a conversation and build their social skills anymore.
Exactly. Yes. And that's the other part is people are now using AI for therapy. People are using AI for just everyday conversations, which I don't necessarily want to say is an evil thing, but I've been seeing news articles about like people are getting married to AI now. Like people are
Oh my god.
dating AI.
That is,
And it's like,
oof.
yes, and that's I never would have thought. So there's a movie called Her, with Joaquin Phoenix
I've seen it.
that, yes, and he falls in love with the cell phone. And you think that that's such a wild concept, but then it's like, no, we are literally living in that world now of people are getting married to AI, and it is wild to think it, but we've become so lonely and isolated, I feel, as a society because we have and I'm not saying the internet is such a bad thing, but we don't have to go outside to do things anymore. You can literally have everything done sitting in your house.
Yep.
And I think that's kind of contributed to the fact that we have um, taught AI how to make you feel less lonely in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
And it's
know.
funny, like, especially I know a lot of people who've been starting to use ChatGPT to actually have a conversation because they feel lonely.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. No, exactly. And like, I mean, we have I've used, and I'll openly admit I've used ChatGPT for like if I'm writing an email for work and I want it to sound more professional, I'll throw my email in and say, "Hey, make this more professional, make this more da 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 da," and I'll
Mm-hmm.
go off of that. But the difference of I'm using this to kind of help what I'm already saying, and I need you to generate something to say. I feel like there's a level of being useful and then using it as, like we were saying, kind of like a crutch at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I mentioned this story if I haven't, but this is why I say it's the danger of just using AI in the internet and technology in general. There was this Stafford graduate who's like 22 years old. It's on Twitter. I can't remember the name of the dude who wrote it, but he basically said he was having a conversation, like an interview with them, and the interview was going well. Like he had a good resume, perfect resume, and just which is an overall great candidate. But while they was having a conversation, simple basic words were like escaping him. And the guy finally asked him, like, yo, what's wrong? Like, is everything all right? And he said, I'm so used to using Chat GBT for everything that my, like, without using it, my brain feels slower. So just imagine being so used to using a robot to complete your thoughts that your internal brain is weaker. It's like, man,
Yeah.
that's scary as hell because that could really happen. Imagine you teach a kid to think only using Chat GBT. They're not gonna even know how to have critical thinking skills because they're gonna just rely on the robot for everything.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what I fear for the younger generation. I don't necessarily like I fear for our generation obviously, but I fear for the younger generation because it's becoming such a I mean like cuz when I was in school, we didn't have access to like laptops. You didn't take home laptops, you didn't take home iPads, and now it's like that's a staple in schools now is it's like everybody gets their own laptop, everybody gets their own iPad and stuff. And it's like, okay, what point are we going to get to where it's like, oh, now everybody gets your own AI generated thing where you can ask it questions if your parents don't know the answers to the math problems. Like that's where is the line? And we need to figure this line out faster sooner than later, honestly,
Yeah,
because I feel like we are in such a slippery slope of this can go dark so fucking quick, and we're already kind of seeing how dark it can get, and we're still on surface level.
man, it's
I
crazy,
also feel
man.
like it's a slippery slope for cheating, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of sense.
God.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating in all ways. Yeah.
Um,
Cheating. Yeah.
Life, cheating life in
Yeah,
general.
cheating life. Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
yeah.
honestly, that's what it is. It's the quick fix that because we are very as humans, we are instant gratification. We
Mm-hmm.
want that instant gratification, and ChatGPT is that instant gratification right there.
Yeah.
So why would we not, as humans on this earth, want to get that little bit of oh, I need the answer right now. Let me get in here. Okay, cool, I got the answer. Rather
Mm-hmm.
than let me do research, let me look into this.
Yeah,
Good
man.
old fashioned Google until they added the
Yeah.
freaking AI mode.
But
Which you
God.
gotta take with
Um,
a grain of salt, because apparently that's wrong on certain levels sometimes, I
yeah.
found out.
yes.
That's why I double check. I've like on the when it gives you that like instant answer now, which is kind of uses
Yeah.
AI, but like it's like I do more research. I'm like, oh, this is right. Like most of the time, but that's usually on like a more
Yeah.
broad, open questions versus like what is the answer to pi or like what's the pi squared root times this and then
Yeah. What's the
you
theory
know
of
very
relativity?
complicated questions.
But yes.
um
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
going on to like more uses of AI, I do like this case of use of AI. It's in a game called Where Winds Meet, and basically what they do, they have different NPCs around, and you can talk to them. But in order to like gain friendship with them, there's different ways you can do it with AI. You can do it without. Uh, they have a chat AI that you can do where you can actually like conversate with them. And this is like in ancient China, so it's like they talk a lot about martial arts and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's
Okay.
a very unique way to incorporate AI chatbots into NPCs because you don't have you know standard dialogues that they've made.
Mhm.
You just have like basically any open ended based on what the NPC represents.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm with AI, I'm against AI. It's little A column B,
It's
little column A column B. Yeah, that's
it's
what I
again,
said.
it goes back to the main things that like it's a tool. Like you don't rely on the tool to fix everything, but you use the tool for what it's meant for. And then
Yeah.
after you do what it's after it does what it's meant for, just leave it alone. Don't try to think that this tool is going to solve all of the problems for you. It just solves the problem it needs to solve for what it's made for. Because
Yeah.
I'm always gonna say folks to just figure things out on their own versus um using ChatGPT for everything. Even the times when I was using ChatGPT for certain things, I literally trained it to tell me, hey, listen, if it's something to where I need to do more research, tell me to do more research before I just go for this answer because I don't want to just go based off of this. Because it says at the bottom for every time it says ChatGPT can make mistakes, so always double check your work.
Yeah.
It's very important to have that reality check, or even just being like, hey, let me do this first before I actually try to use like an AI tool to solve this issue. Let me actually try to do it myself first. And then if I can't find the answer, if I need some extra help, then I'll use that.
Exactly.
I mean, at this point, there are people out there who thinks AI is the greatest thing ever and wants to continue to build on it. That I'm just waiting for the Matrix to happen at this point.
Yes.
Shit, nah.
Yes.
I'm Keanu Reeves,
That's a
boy.
Ready
Terminator
Player
shit
One.
going.
Ready Player
Like,
One. That's what I want.
yeah, there's so much, and and it's so wild to think. Okay, these are movies, but no, like this shit is actually could come to fruition at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like this
Yeah.
is an actual reality that we could be facing, and I don't even want to say in 30 years. I'm going to give it like 10 years. With the rate that we're going at this, with the level of perfection that we've already and I say perfection, but perfection we've obtained with AI at this point.
Mm-hmm.
5 to 10 years, can you imagine what we're going to be able to create with AI? I mean, we're going to be able to not think. Like I hate to say it like that, but it's going to become such a I don't have to use my brain anymore. I
Mhm.
now and that's what you always hear the old people, the old timers talk about Google. That's why people are stupid is because we have Google, and it's like no, yes and no. Like yes, I can be lazy and I can Google stuff instead of like thinking of it, but I feel like AI is the next level of you now have to not think.
Mm-hmm.
You can just type in, and you don't even have to do complete sentences at this point with AI. You can give just a broad ass, here's 3 words, you can figure out what I'm trying to say because your AI learned you. So once your AI has learned you, I mean, what level is it going to be? When are we going to stop? Like that's
Mhm.
literally where I'm at. Is when is it going to stop? What level? What stipulations are we going to put behind this? Where is any of this going? Like, what are we trying to accomplish? What's the end goal with making AI this smart?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Especially when they're like, definitely have been talks because Elon Musk did it, where they're gonna put like a chip in your brain, like a computer
Yeah,
chip, and I'm like, I don't know if I want that because I have like OCD and I think bad thoughts.
yeah.
And
I'm
I
like,
should not have that.
I don't want anybody else. I don't want to be in my own brain. I don't want anybody else dealing with my brain.
Yeah,
No,
crazy.
it is really it is scary. It I will say it is honestly gotten to the point where it is kind of scary how well AI is working now.
Shit, man, you ain't lying, man. You
I'll
is
just
not
say
lying.
Defiant got a pretty good point, though. There's no more landlines, so the Matrix can't happen. We're just fucked.
No.
We're living in
What?
such a weird day and age where like any like apocalypse video games you've ever seen, like that could happen. Like Fallout,
Yeah,
ones
I'm
with
thinking New
the AI
Vegas
that
right
takes
now.
over. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, we're literally Fallout New Vegas. Like, I give us 20 years and it's going down. Terminator, whatever that, I forgot what it's called.
Skynet.
Skynet. I was gonna call it
Yeah.
FirstNet, but I was like, that's not it. That's
Hell
AT&T,
no.
Bill. But yes, Skynet, like, and it's such a, those movies are, I mean, came out in the 80s and we're like, oh, that'll never happen, we're gonna have flying cars and all this kind of stuff, and it's like, no, we don't have flying cars, we have fucking robots that can think for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we'll one up you real fast.
The closest I with flying cars is literally it basically looks like a drone, like actual propellers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm
not
like,
the Jetsons.
yeah, even Jetsons. And I keep thinking, I feel like the way to do it is with the very powerful magnets, but I've been proven wrong. I've been told I was wrong for
You're
that.
like,
But I
magnets.
feel like there is a way that people aren't thinking about. And I think every scientist needs a dumb person around because scientists overthink things, and usually it's the people with the simplest ideas that have
Yes,
a breakthrough in science.
Yep.
exactly. Hire me.
Hire me. I got you.
Yes, man. And
Oh.
really the answer is just think. Continue to think. No matter how hard it is, you have to use your brain and use your mind. Don't be so caught up in the technology that you realize that you have the power to just focus on thinking and controlling your environment. And we may not be able to change the fact that AI is going to affect the world, but at least in our immediate environment, starting with ourselves, we can choose whether or not we want to use AI today or just, you know what, let me just think about this
Yeah.
problem right now by myself. And even when we have kids, like limiting technology and stuff, it's important for kids to just have time where they just play outside, man. Just be like, hey, get off your phone, get off of this, go outside, go play. Just do that.
Yes.
Don't be so caught up in this technology that you like lose like touch of reality. You know what I'm saying? Because those social skills, those connections, we're social creatures. We're supposed to be outside living life, not having our face in the phone screens. And I'm a victim of that too. I'm not gonna say that like I'm always outside every day, but I always make the effort to go outside and actually live in real life. Actually go outside and talk to people, use my social skills, actually be outside doing the things that a normal human being was doing because we weren't born with this technology. There's always going to be something that we're always going to have to go back to. If there's a massive EMP today, eventually you're going to have to go out inside and talk to somebody because it's just it's nature.
Yeah.
So
I just want to point out what Raz just said. Drone bathtub.
No, I'm like, wait, it's drone bathtub.
you made it,
Dude.
Misty, right towards the end, and that was a really good segment, man. So
God,
yeah,
yes.
it's time for us to do our closing statements, man. I want to thank each and every single person. This is the first time we finally got G. G is here for the
Hell
first time
yes.
on the podcast. I had my own little faux podcast with G when I was playing Ratchet and Clank on in Wii server. Dude is a natural when it comes to the podcast stuff, man. Natural. Thanks for being a guest on, bro, for real.
God, yes. Thank
appreciate
you,
you having
G.
me.
Yeah.
Hell yes, dude.
This was all about.
So, real quick, G, do you have a day for your next stream or anything so we can get? Hold on, I'm gonna get you a shout out real fast.
Yes, please. Shout out to everybody.
If not before, I'm actually thinking about doing a New Year stream.
Ooh,
Hell
okay.
yeah.
What game are we? You gonna RP?
I don't know. I'm not sure about the RP. I might put it aside for a while. I don't know. I'm a little bit. I think I'm burned out on it, honestly.
Okay.
It's like not a lot is happening. My story isn't really evolving, and I'm like, I feel like it's kind of a, it's become a bit of a day job that I need to log in every day, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I might do something else. I mean, if I could gather some people to play either some Overwatch or whatever, I'd be down for doing that. But people have their own plans for that day. So
Yep.
Oh shit,
Mhm.
yes. I think I have sound alerts going off right now, guys. I apologize. I don't have any video. I have it set up to where if you do the shout outs, the clips play, and
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
where the clip was playing because it definitely was not showing up on the screen. I am so sorry if that just assaulted
Wow,
everybody's
Woody.
ears.
I don't know.
Wow.
I think it was through mine because I have the screenplay too. But I was like, okay, if it's not mine, then it's probably Witty. So it went
Oh, I
somewhere.
was tripping.
It was like that thing was like I don't know who to go to because both of y'all have this. So fuck it. Here's the audio.
Yes. And I was literally like, I'm playing a fishing game and I'm hearing gunshots. And I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
And NPC just hydrated me and did stretch and then did lurk instantly. Like he came out of hiding for
I
that.
love
Yeah.
it.
But yes, as
So
always, thank you all so much for coming through to the podcast. Shout out to Whitmire for being an amazing co-host, and shout out to the community, man. We really are building a really decent, awesome, amazing community. For those who do not know, anybody who streams and who has been in our community, whoever reaches partner first, we're trying to make a teams page that essentially puts all of the streamers that's inside that page together, so that way you can click on whoever you want to watch that happens to be inside of that page, and the page will be called Streamers of the Hill because most of the people from Texas that I know. So
Yeah.
definitely everybody who streams, keep it going. Stay on top of your stuff. Don't give up. If you need to take your breaks, but don't ever stop streaming, man. You are one stream away from blowing up for real.
God, yes. Now that I'm back in the groove, we are back, and I am so. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I've missed this shit. It was a nice break, but damn, like you said, like it's good to take breaks, but I never realized how much I miss and absolutely love doing this shit. Like
Yeah,
this is so much fucking fun.
it's amazing, bro. I could never
I've
stop
I've
streaming.
found out that the hardest part is actually clicking the live button.
Yep.
That's it.
Yes.
That is honestly the hardest part.
Yeah, once you do
Yeah,
that, you're good.
Yes.
exactly. And it's like, well, you can always end
Sorry.
it, but it's more like as soon as you click it, it's like, okay, let's go.
Just get right
No,
into the
Sorry, I
and
just
groove.
read a message in
you're
chat.
right. No, you totally and like last stream, I think you were saying that is you were talking about how the go live button hitting that, and you made the statement of you can always turn it off. And I was like, you know what? That's something that I never actually, I guess, realized is if you're going live and you're actually because that's the hardest thing. And once I get on here and start talking, I'm like, I'm doing great. This is fine. But you can always turn it off. Nobody's telling you you can't turn it off. Nobody's saying that you can't back away, can't take a time, take a moment or anything like that. You can always say, hey, you know what? Today's not the day. Like, I'm not in the best mindset. Bye.
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah.
think everyone's telling
I
you
think
to.
that's what I said last time. Is that if you're honestly not feeling it, just say, hey, we're gonna end early. I'm not in the
yeah.
greatest mood, so I won't bring you guys down, and just end it.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly. God.
Yes, sir. Mental health,
No, that's like
everybody.
everyone tells you not to end it because they're like, the next question was like, "Hey guys, I think we're gonna get off," and everyone's like, "No, you're not allowed."
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
I
Almighty.
know that's
Go ahead. Go
or
ahead. Go ahead.
abandoned.
Oh,
That's
100%.
my thing. Is abandoned.
Yeah. Almighty Ballsack. That's his actual name in the chat. This is a podcast that we've been doing for the last 5 episodes now. We just talk about life, gaming, and everything. So that's what we're doing.
I was like, "What'd you say?"
That's his name. His name is Almighty
Yes.
Ballsack.
Yes.
But yes, man. Yes, I'm so glad we got it done. Is anybody going to continue streaming who I can raid, or is everybody just ending off?
I'm gonna keep.
I'm ending off.
I need to end because I need to fix my capture card. Is my only thing because I'm switching over to PlayStation, but my capture card's not working.
Stop
So
breaking your capture card.
I listen. It was the transfer of everything. I can't get. I think I've got some things not plugged in right, but
I was gonna say, do you need me to fix that on the
yeah,
trip? Be like,
I need so much help. Like I'm seriously
just
on
bring
the
everything you need to fix. I'm gonna be in the passenger seat. I'm just gonna be fixing.
I need everything
all
fixed at
your
this
stuff.
point.
Mm.
Like I'll stream for No, I'm gonna end it so I can fix it off stream because it's gonna. I don't know how long it's gonna take me.
It's
So no,
fine, bro.
yeah,
It's fine,
yeah.
man. I want to thank you all. Thank every single person who's been here in the chat, listening to us ramble on about life and the things. Shout out to Meggo again. Shout out to G the Viking. Shout out to Pyros on Fire. Shout out to Whitmire. Hey, man, we just gonna keep going amazing things, bro. Don't
Shout
you
out
guys
to the
ever...
Lone Stone.
Thank you
Yes,
so much.
Yes,
I
of
was gonna
course.
say.
Thank you very much. That means a lot for real. Yes, we're all doing amazing things, man. So we're just gonna keep going, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and end off for me. Any final words, anybody?
No, it's, I'm just gonna post my links because I'm like, yeah, if you wanna.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes, please, everybody.
Remember, you guys deserve to take up space in this world. You guys are fucking amazing, and always remember you deserve to take up all the fucking space, and don't let anybody tell you that you're not allowed to take up space in this earth.
Well, I'm
That is
fat,
my
so I kind
biggest
of
thing. You're like, I'm gonna take up space regardless.
do.
No.
Boy, just
Yeah.
hockey's all it is. Got the weight up under there. That's all it is. The muscle.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna switch over to my yapping screen and probably yap for a little bit longer, and then we will cut it, and then I'll be back gaming in like 30 minutes.
All right, now I'm just gonna raid you then.
Yeah, go at it.
Who wants to see death?
Oh, fuck yes.
Oh, God.
For the moment.
Oh man, I wonder. Hold up.
Alex, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Also have a good game.
That is through me, but why isn't it showing up?
It is. Okay, I'm like, I can't tell who it is because I got the thing set up, but I don't know if I set it up correctly.
No, it's through mine, but I don't know why it's not
Okay.
showing up.
Ah, dude.
It's everyone's is going off.
Yeah, man, it's so weird dealing with this stuff sometimes, but it is what it is. We are rating Whitmire, so I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.
Yes, bye guys. Bye.
I just was
Bye.
Oh, now it started to raid.
I was like, how do I get out of here?
Hang on, bro. I got you. About to head out right now. So, peace.
All right, buddy. You have a good one.